Hello and welcome to the first ever Azuresong PvP tournament. It's put together by the entire Horde side on Azuresong. It's going to be a 3v3 tournament, and it's going to be interesting because we're going through our speeches and prep talks going on right now. Put on with Gray and Learchie. They're briefing the teams on the rules. They're briefing the teams on where to stand and how to conduct themselves. As you can see, we didn't make a new logo just yet, but I have myself a little Azuresong tournament series, and this is the way that we let people know. So I see that everyone's sort of positioning themselves a little bit. The first fight, as I said, is going to be between Thundercleave and STDs are BOP. BOP. So it's gonna be get that dream vision going. Not just that, we haven't started yet, but I hope that I wish everyone the best of luck. I hope that you guys have spent enough time preparing and thinking about the matches, because I know that arena and like battlegrounds are not really the same thing. They take a different mindset. But like, get your pogs ready. I hope that you guys are super ready for an intense tournament. I'm gonna do my best to keep track of what's happening. I see the signal is being given for where people need to stand, and that's good. That's always nice. I mean, I have brain farts from time to time. Boogie, it happens. Okay. But if there's anything you want to know, if there's suggestions, please give them in chat. I'll try to do my best. Like, this is I'm thinking people just laugh at me in game. That's great. Show me the arena. All right, let's go. We'll show the arena. The arena right now is not being. There it is. As you see, we have a pretty decent gathering here, actually, at the arena itself. Between competitors and spectators and people watching online, I think that it's a pretty good turnout. We have 10 teams, so that alone is a solid 30 people, plus all the fun. They do have a name. Do you know? Mossy Posse. Pog Tempo. God, that's my favorite emote. We have the team at the top of the bracket is going to show up over here on this side, and the team at the bottom of the bracket are going to start over here. And that's how I'm going to be able to determine from the start who goes what. I have a thing, if you guys are unsure how I'm going to get into the arena, there's a thing called the Elixir of Dream Vision that lets me leave my body behind and actually enter the arena and travel without being in the way and not get hit by a stray frostbolt or any other AoE ability. So it's really convenient. BT Live and direct out of here. I'm hoping after match 6 we're gonna have a mid tournament interview with one of the teams, and then we're gonna interview after the third place bracket, and then we're gonna interview the winners after the tournament. And it's during the interview for the winners of the tournament are we going to fully see what's it called? That's when we're gonna vote for the MVP. So keep an eye out for that. Right now, the tournament people seem to be getting all together, getting ready. Thundercleave on the left, SCDs or BOP to the right. I don't seem to have an actual timer just yet. But no matter what, do your best. I hope for no hard feelings on what happens. If you have feedback on the tournament, please leave it in the channel, and we will definitely take it into consideration for the next time, because we always want to make it a better tournament. We want better viewing experience, a better playing experience, bigger prize pools, like more stakes, and of course the pride of guilds and individual teams to be well worth it. And I see a lot of wonderful things. Get them, girl. If you jump in, both teams focus you. Clap those cheeks. And of course, there's someone in the background making thousands of bandages for the Warrior Emperor. There you go. This is that way you pass your time. You gather all your mats and then come watch the tournament, make your bandages, and have a great time. Interference 86, thank you for the Prime sub. Someone just said my mouse died. I hope that's not true. That'd be really disappointing. But as of right now, we are still just waiting. I wonder if they're working out their speeches and they're working out their focus. Ooh, camera, stop it. They're working out their voice chat issues. I believe they've been worked out. Any last questions before we start? People are asking questions. We're getting ready to actually enter. Someone should be taking side bets. I don't know exactly who, but Snowfall was asking. But I think there should be someone taking side bets because everyone knows when you interact with Toxic, you're probably going to be gambling. You're probably going to lose a bit of your gold. That's just how it goes. So I hope that someone's taking some bets here on the side. Like just on the quick, like who do you think's gonna win this match? This spent 100 gold. You know, if that's what you want to do, go for it. I'm always down to help facilitate a little bit of gambling. Death rolls 100. Tourney day, let's get it. See, everyone's super excited. I'm super happy. We are the casino, Indian Casino Editors. So we are definitely a casino guild. We are terrible about it. Let's see, like I said, on the left we have Thundercleave, Chap Shots, Dracodon, and I'm with Stu. I was with his pet. Where's the other person? Where are you not standing there? Where are you at? Oh, Thunder. Oh, they're on the wrong side. Okay, whatever. They have it backwards. That's fine. Thundercleave is Razmanon, AJ, and Deshmi. There we go. They just have it flipped. That's fine. It's fine. I was sitting here thinking another thing. They have it flipped. And then SCDs are BOP. We have them over here getting ready. So we're about less than 60 seconds heading in to the first fight. We have someone's Eye of Kilrog down there. See, and look at that. That's hang on, I'm gonna jump to the tournament stream. See how slightly in the way that is? Slightly. But here we go. We have AJ, Desh, and Raz over here. Chap Shots, Drac. And I don't know where their third is at. I don't know if they're stealth or not. Whatever. But look at all these Warlock things. But we're starting. We're heading in. Starting in some early aggression. And we're like, thank you for the oh, there's Kadub. I'm with Stupid's getting targeted quite a little bit, but we'll see. The stun on AJ is to keep him off Chap Shots, but I think a Chap Shot is about to be the first one to go down. If Dracodon can't get the heals out, but look at the heals are back up. Is it enough though to stop the onslaught of a warrior on top of the hunter? Because if you remember, a hunter has the minimum shot distance. If anything happens within that distance, they can't shoot. So someone's gonna have to save Chap Shots if Chap Shots is gonna have a chance to survive this. We see that Sneaky Pete is over here, just focused strictly on Desh. And if Desh has to focus all heals on themselves, they're not going to be able to heal Raz or anyone else. But Raz, of course, is a priest, can definitely off-heal. So it's going to be interesting. Oh, looks like Sneaky Pete's about to go down. Sneaky Pete has gone down. Now it's a 3v2. And it seems like Thundercleave has the advantage. We'll see what happens on this next. If they're just going to give up, they're going to say, GG, go next. What's going to happen? We just have AJ constantly beating down Drag. Drag is finally down. Chap's the only one left. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a very, very long round after this. But Thundercleave has taken round one of the first fight. And we're going to have to move on to round two. Good job. Because I believe it's a best of three if it's, you know, if my memory serves right. But yeah, they didn't focus the healer. It seemed like it was a little unfocused on SCDs or BOP, and it allowed for a main healer and an off healer in a shaman and priest to overwhelm the team. Oh shit! I fell in. Okay, let's not pay attention to that. That was just me, Oops. But overall, Thundercleave is taking the first round. Very unfortunate. Focus job for STDs or BOP. But overall, it was an interesting fight. I hope that people kind of have a much different, thought. Like Westwinds just said, like not focusing the healer, weird channel. Like it's a bit weird. Like you want to focus the healer because the whole idea is that you focus the only source of sustain through the fight, and you want to try to blow them up. But even so, with having AJ focus on chap shots the entire time, they still got the win. I don't know if the idea is to not necessarily take out the healer first, but to win the war of attrition. Because that's what a lot of threes fights tends to be, is a war of attrition. Who can outlast who with the mana conservation, plus the CCs? Can you kick the cast? Can you get the stuns off at the right time? Like all that plays such a huge role, much more than a twos tournament, because a lot of twos tournament is self-sustain, or at least it feels like a little more self-sustain in how you handle that. But threes, you have very dedicated DPS classes whose entire goal is to go in and devastate a healer's potential to even facilitate their role on the team. Also, I'm wondering if we can like have less warlock eyes out there. Just it's just a lot of extra bodies on the field. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's just new. It's different. There's a lot more people here live at the actual arena itself, and I know they want to get in on the action themselves. And that's where I suggest, if you want to do that, get yourself some elixir of dream vision and enter without interrupting the fights or the spectacle in any way, shape, or form. You get to stay, as a non-body. It's pretty nice. I'm glad that we figured this out. It really helped out the way that we broadcast this. 60 seconds to the next round. 5, 4, 3. Here we go. 2. And round 2 has begun. And immediately the pet gets sent out onto AJ. AJ charges though, and is holding chap shots down. There's the trap. There's the trap that wasn't used before, which was a surprising change. Sneaky Pete is focused here on AJ again after Desh has gotten out. We'll see if Desh can survive. They seem to be focusing Desh down. Are they actually focusing the healer this time? But big heals saving them. While you have literally a free casting priest with drag not being really messed with at all, which is intriguing. I see that Desh is dropping down again, but unfortunately, Drac goes down. He seems to have dropped from dang near nothing to the top. Like, I mean, he had full health and he dropped to nothing. Like, that was a huge amount of burst DPS. And there it is. Thundercleave has exploded SCDs or BOP. They made sure they stayed SCD free in the first round. That was a lot of damage. I was not asking. I was free casting with these. There's nothing happening. You have to be focused on somebody to stop that free cast. But there it is. They're up 2-0. That's a nasty group. There's Thundercleave is someone you got to look out for the rest of the tournament. Hopefully they can continue to lift up. Wrong trap. I know they use the frost trap instead of the freeze trap. It's, again, just because you're a hunter god among men doesn't mean that everyone has to. Like, we have to work with Chad to figure out how to do PvP. Maybe next time when you join the tournament, it'll be great. Triple win for your sword spec crate. Yeah, it was just an absolute monster of burst damage on Drac. Drac just dropped because everyone was doing pretty well. Drac exploded, and then immediately they just boom, 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 triple kill. They're down. Oh baby, a triple. It was easy 2-0. They're moving on to the next round. So let me open up the bracket. So they're going to be fighting in match match 5. Thundercleave's going to be fighting in match 5 versus. Hang on, let me just bracket update. Thundercleave gets to move on and fights Enrico We Trust in match 5. But coming up next, we're going to be seeing Jump Now, Fear Later, and Drosky Is My Dad. Coming up here in the next matchup. So we'll see how this team stacks up. Because again, these are people who I personally have never seen PvP, but I'm hoping that they put on a good show with their particular compositions. Priest, Mage, Rogue versus hang on. For Drosky's My Dad, which is Shaman Druid, and it says Huntard Warrior. I don't know which one that really says to me. Like, which one are you then? Someone was memeing. Unless you mean that you're a survival hunter, and then, ooh, interesting. That'll be in itself an interesting fight. You lost gold in that fight. That's unfortunate. Like I said, hopefully people are taking side bets. People are in their respective discords, chatting it out. You can join the Azuresong Horde Discord and chill and have discussions about what's happening. You can show up live if you're on Azuresong, on the Horde side, or even if you're in Alliance, but Alliance you can't really trade among people. So you can throw in some bets if you want to throw in some bets. It's all in good fun. Yo, I got 50 gold on South Team. Oh man, people are already starting to lose their money, and I am here for it. But Ash Candy Slapper is what it means. Well, I guess that's what that means. You're a survival hunter, or you just melee weave. You're trying to melee weave in PvP, which is going to be interesting considering they're going to be fighting up against a rogue who's going to be on them pretty heavily with Shankstan. Let's see, 60 seconds. So let's head. It's Hades' birthday. It's Hades' birthday. Happy birthday, Hades. That's fantastic. Also, before we start, thank you, Godot, for the resub. 15 months. Super nice. But happy birthday, Hades. We'll sing you a happy birthday song here in a little bit. 10 seconds, heading in. Anthelis, I think is thank you for the follow. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're heading in now. And let's see. The rogue has gone stealth, and I think they're going to play it safe over here to make sure that they don't get completely destroyed on an opener with a backstab. But we're gonna see what happens. So they open up here on Mothin, which I believe is the right move to go to, but I don't know exactly how much help this is going to be by throwing the flares down. We see the pet First Corona getting a lot of damage onto them, but Huntzug Smork is down to about 38% health, 24% health. We're going to see if they're going to turn around and focus and finish the job here, or if they're going to keep on with a split focus, because I feel like the focus could be on the hunter, finish it off, get that damage down, and change the tone of the fight. But meanwhile, it still seems like the focus is to kill the pet. So the hunter pet is about to go down if there isn't an off heal by somebody. But it seems like Hades has gone down. On his birthday, he has gone down. And it has turned the tide of the fight. But wait, Gog has also gone down as well. So Hades going down on his birthday. What an absolute disaster. That's not the kind of birthday present you want to be getting on your birthday. And that's the first round. You kill him on his birthday. Pepe hands, how could you? How could you do this on the Hades' birthday? That's absolutely a tragedy. But more than Huntzug Smork and Dryad have had a clear win. Hopefully we can see what more could happen. Let's see. Do you actually have that? Hades. But you can see Gog is actually floating. Not only did they die, they're floating in midair, and so that's That's really unfortunate. But that was a very decisive round. Once they took out Hades, he was That was it. Oh, okay. You're Adina. Hey, Adina. That's who it is. Good to know. Timing good? Yeah, timing's fine, Gray. Yes. Okay, but yeah, that's actually really unfortunate. You go and that's what I mean by a war of attrition. So you do enough damage, and so the healer has to focus more on using their mana to focus healing instead of maybe throwing out dispels and maybe throwing out some CC. If you can just overwhelm the other team and force the first healer to go that's the win condition. Like that's the win condition you have to do. It's not just who can do the most damage. If you have to have a sustained fight, like it's pretty even, then it becomes about how you can lock down a healer's mana or lock down people's use of CC. Like how you spec, how you gear, and who you focus are such major principles in how threes work as opposed to like 1v1's the most straightforward thing you can ever do. But when you start taking into account like play styles and how some people like to play very passive, some people aggressive, you got to take that into account and like adjust. And it seems that the teams that are winning right now are just hyper aggressive, and you have to be aggressive. You can't play passively. You can't just sit there and expect the other team. No LOS here, really messing with these guys. Yeah, and again, so you're used to 60 seconds. You're used to having like line of sight, being able to play with it in the live arena and then in battlegrounds, and you can't do that. You're in the open air. You have to either distance them or get up in there. So you have to be hyper aggressive. Being hyper aggressive seems to be paying off for these teams that are winning these rounds. So hopefully some people take these lessons in as we continue the tournament. But we're less than 30 seconds in. Let's head into the tournament and see who pulls out the win here. Jump now, fear later, or Drosky is my dad. Which of course Drosky is my dad is winning. They won the last round. In case that wasn't clear. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. They are heading in. And immediately they're still playing safe, waiting for the rogue to come out. They don't want to get backstab. There have been no bombs yet, which we'll see what happens. Or maybe that was it. There's a lot of focus on GOG. They're split up, and that's an interesting strategy because it kind of splits up the healing duties. If GOG can get out here and continue the free cast, it might be well worth it to be out of LOS for heals. But immediately Hades just explodes. And that's super unfortunate. That's the kind of burst damage, and you can see the bombs going off. But Hades just explodes with burst damage, and once you lose your healer, that's pretty much it. How do you come back from that loss? Jump now, fear later. Having a very rough go of it this first time. It's Hades' birthday, and they didn't even give him the win. Hades didn't get the win. That's super unfortunate. Either way, happy birthday, Hades. It's unfortunate you get knocked out in round 1, but I hope that hasn't discouraged you to take into account what happened, take the lessons learned, and apply that for the next time, which hopefully is, more eventful. Hopefully get even more teams and more people to participate. But winner of the second set of matchups is Drosky is my dad. A team in which I don't understand the inside meme. That's clearly an inside joke about Drosky. So Victor and Gang goes to Drosky is my dad. I hope that as long as you guys are enjoying that joke, I'm fine with it. But name tags win. And so we're going to move name tags up here on the bracket. They're going to be facing the Mossy Posse here up on their next fight. Now, match 3 is, of course, is going to be between Grolix's Greens and the boys, I believe, right? Hang on. Let me check. Yes, Grog's Greens and the boys. This is going to be the next matchup right here. Now, like I said, another set of people who I have never seen personally do PvP So their strength and their abilities, as far as a PvP team, are complete unknowns to me. But we're gonna figure it out right here, right now. Get that pride on the line, and let's see, Monster Pod represent. Let's see. So you have Grolix, Reddish, and Wooten. It's a pretty interesting combination. You have Shaman, Warlock, and Warrior. And so like Warlock with the CC, I'm assuming Grolix is gonna heal, but I don't know. They work together like a finely tossed salad, Grolix's grains. Thank you. That's a very apt way to put it for their logo. Nice. You have Ghost, Spirit Horn, and Atreus. This is apparently going to be a very tough matchup, from what I've been told. I've been told that both of these teams are very strong in their PvP. They have a lot of background knowledge. They have a lot of class awareness. So we're going to see who can use their class abilities to the max. Will the Warlock Fears come in to really have a big advantage because they both have a Warlock? Are they going to use those? How are they going to time them? Are they going to focus the healers? Like all these are questions that I always enter every match, and we'll see exactly who can, because each side has a warrior. I mean, no, each side has a shaman and a warlock, except the boys has a double warlock comp. So we're gonna see if the extra amount of CC will play a factor in the turnout of this match, because you can use one set of CCs, and then like for the next round, immediately the cooldowns will be there for the next one. So we'll see how it comes in. Starting right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna see if the double warlock combination will play a big role, because they can have a lot of burst damage and a lot of CC. So immediately we have a demon. The demon being banished, and that might destroy a lot of a lot of damage from that team. They're focusing Spirit Horn quite a bit and having to focus a lot of healing. But Grolix drops down, just exploded. Yeah, the amount of burst damage that a lock can provide has absolutely demolished Grolix's greens in quick order. And I don't know if that's a bad sign, but that is a scary team for this fight to be over this quickly. And even right now, it's in guild chat. Jesus, there it is. That was a very quick fight. Double Warlock proved a little too much for Grolix, and then immediately make quick order 3v2 and knocking it down. That is a disgusting amount of burst damage. That's a dangerous combination. We'll see who can even outlast that kind of damage. You're gonna have to either set up yourself to be able to take that kind of damage, or you're gonna have to stop it really quickly. Why did Kim cry? Why did Kim cry? No. But yeah, they're bringing the heat. They're bringing the sauce. Like, they are here not to play around. They're ready to win. That prize gold is up there. The homie hosting tournament got your support. Thanks so much, DV. I hope that you're doing well. That was just disgusting. I don't see it very often, but like a double warlock composition is obviously very deadly. I'd like to see how they fare with the rest of the tournament. This should be where you start coming up with your bets on who should be MVP. The current set of prize money, I believe, I would need to check. Okay, first place gets 1,000 gold. Second place 600 gold. Third place 400 gold. So it's not nothing. It's not nothing to get split among your teammates. But like that's some war effort. That's some consumables. That's a healthy chunk of change for this PvP tournament. And of course, send in your MVP considerations to Learchie. Well, we're gonna have the top 4 people who have been suggested voted upon, and that person will get bonus 100 gold and the honor of being crowned the tournament PvP MVP, the PvP MVP. There you go, the PvP tournament MVP. There you go, a lot of VPs there. Less than 30 seconds to start on the next match. We're going to see if the double Warlock combination wasn't a fluke. Let's see if it's a lot more burst damage that can be thrown at this team. Like, can they throw down against the boys? Can the boys handle it? 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. Until they're off, you can see the boys playing a little safe, trying to avoid that initial burst damage. They have Wutun's minion again banished, and here they go. Let's see who they're going to focus. You have Reddish run in to try to stop any of the casting from happening. Meanwhile, Wutun and Grolix are over here trying to stay alive. Grolix is being focused down hard. Let's see if Grolix can out-heal the amount of damage going to be thrown at him. He's just jumping around. His health is yo-yoing, but immediately Atreus goes down. One of the Lorks goes down. Let's see, is this the way that Grolix Greens turns it back around? But Grolix goes down. It's an even fight. It's sort of an even fight. But oh, here it is. You have Reddish versus Ghost. Can the Warlock outlive the Warrior? And there it is. Reddish came back. Dodge to the dance, but the ruling is probably going to be that the boys had won first because that's the timing of it. Oh my goodness, what a finish where everyone on both teams is dead. Reddish coming in clutch, getting the final kill before he went down. You can send that to. I mean, if you're a viewer and you can. I would say send it to Reddish. I mean, send it to Learchie on Discord or in game. But everyone should be able to vote. If you have other suggestions, I don't know who to. Let's see what. I don't know who would send it for here. Like if you're not actually in game, you're doing that. Thanks. See you next time. Hope for a happy birthday, but you worked there. An awesome thumbs up. Oh yeah. Thunderous applause, Ross. Yes. That's a good. Is Wooten still alive? I didn't see Wooten still alive. I'm being told that Wooten was still alive. Where? I missed it. Well, clearly I missed it in the chaos. I was so focused on the 1v1. He was sitting by the wall. Okay, well, next time I'll have to, widen my view. But it looked like it looked like he died. Personally, maybe I just missed it. That's on me. Caster mistake. But what an absolute dominating fight. The burst damage from the double Warlock was really strong, but it wasn't enough this time. He never died. Okay, that's on me. That's fine. That's on me. That's completely on me. But I don't know who to say if you haven't. But Reddish really came in and had a wonderful showing damage wise with the charges, with this stopping some of the casts. It might have been just enough to triple digit viewers. Oh, Pog. It might have been just enough to really put them over the edge. And that's what it takes. It takes using your CC's abilities in just the right way to stop the heals, to stop some damage cast. But that was absolutely intense. And again, totally apologies on me. It's one of those things that we've developed as good a system as possible at the moment to keep track of everyone's health. It's just really, really difficult in Classic without a spectator mode, without a proper arena. It makes it. I'm doing my best, But overall, wow, it's 1-1. So finally, we're not sitting here with a clean sweep. We're having a real match. Winner of the next match goes on. We're gonna see how it goes. Who's whispering me? Your best is great. Aw, I'm gonna start blushing. That's not good. But will it be Grolix's Greens taking it to the next round, or will the boys show up the double Warlock threat that everyone had paused after that first round? Well, we're gonna see it in 5, 4. We're heading in 3, 2, 1. All right. We can see both teams are playing a little safe. Kind of sitting back with their minions, like they're sitting here in a line. They're just feeling each other out. Just feeling each other out. And the pets start getting sent in, and we're going to see if there's going to be a banish. They start, one banishes out, and again, with a double warlock, we still have a second pet able to get out there. We're going to see if... Oh, that's where he was hiding. Reddish then charges in, seeing if they're going to get a warlock down. He's down to 32-22. Will the heals be enough to get him out, or will he die? Grolix goes down, Atreus goes down, so it's still anyone's game right now, considering the amount of damage and healing able to be output. But without a second healer, Wu-Ten might be... without a healer, Wu-Ten might be going down next, and it might make the fight a little bit harder for Reddish. Wu-Ten goes down, and with Spirit Horn still able to cast heals, it's a 2v1. It's not going to be enough damage. It's close. Reddish goes down. That's unfortunate. The boys almost had it, but the first death was not the healer. See, Atreus went down, but so did Grolix, and even though it became 2v2, it became 2 DPS, and the other side had a healer. It definitely made it a lot more difficult, made that an uphill battle, but what a valiant effort from the boys. They really showed that even with that double Warlock Extreme Burst DPS, there is a chance to come back from that. So hopefully the other teams take a bit of a lesson from that and apply it, that you can, in fact, take them down. So now we're going to enter the top 8 of the bracket. Since we had 10 teams, we had to get two teams knocked out real early. So you got them next time, the boys. Encouraging words from Ross. Hopefully that rings true. Like I said, I hope that these losses don't discourage you from participating in the next tournament. Hopefully you can take the lessons and how things went and apply them, continue to get more gear, and we'll continue to adapt any changes, and hopefully both teams return, because that was very good fights. So let's take a look at the bracket update. The boys get knocked out. Grolix is green, move on. And that opens up our next fight of Machete Spaghetti and the Order of the Epic Loot and Koofing Around. Now, of course, Machete Spaghetti just makes me laugh. What a great name. What an absolute fantastic name. It rhymes. It's got a nice little rhythm to it. And of course, Koofing Around just makes me think of horsing around, and that's where we got the idea. Again, you can thank Wet Chicken Art for that. They're definitely very clever when it comes to the graphics department and humor department. They're doing absolutely great. Machete Spaghetti to take it all. Well, I mean, we'll see. Good luck, Koofing Around. There you go. Good luck, Koofing Around. We're hoping for a fun fight, a fair fight. Let's see, who do we got? Koofing Around, we got Adina, J. Foshua, and Koofies. And Machete Spaghetti, Yummy Girl, Ito, and Obo Mojo. Yummy Girl, who I was told is an absolute beast at PvP. So we'll see. Machete Spaghetti is the team to look out for in this matchup. Koofing Around, like I said, I don't know who the other two are. We'll see Adina handle her Shadow Priest duties to see how well a Shadow Priest handles in this PvP matchup. But we're starting here in about 3 seconds. So 3, 2, we're heading in. And away we go. So immediately we got Jay Foshua and Koofies heading straight out, being super aggressive. Yummy Girl getting a double charge in, getting right to Adina, and really trying to open up. But we're going to see that the sheep goes out on Obo Mojo. And there's a ton of damage going out. We're going to see if the heals are going to be enough. There's a fear. Adina's still at full health, so we're going to see how that plays out. But, oh, wait. Who's over here? I can't, let's see. Is it Koofies? Koofies is down pretty low, but it's... Oh, they took out Ito. So Ito went down. So we're going to see that Koofing Around is actually ahead in this matchup. Yummy Girl, even though Yummy Girl had completely made it to Adina, it wasn't enough to actually stop any of the heals. And Koofies, is Koofies going to go down? Koofies is going to go down. Is Yummy Girl going to make it? No. I was going to say, is Yummy Girl going to clutch the 3v1? That'd be amazing. But there it is. 3 kills to 1. Adina's, of course, handling the res duty like a champion. But yeah, I believe this was an error purely in targeting. It was goofing around, had the better idea of who to focus, and the focus target that they really had was to take out the Ito. You took out Ito. They focused the Warlock, got rid of the major damage dealer. Even though Yummy Girl as a warrior probably could do a ton of damage, you get rid of the Warlock, and then you just play keep away with a melee warrior, and you can go get yourself the win. Because that's kind of the problem, that once all your cooldowns are done as a melee class, if you can't close that gap, there's absolutely nothing you could do. It's sort of the same way that you, like when you go against a hunter, you smother the hunter. If they can't get an actual shot off, they're done. Which is why you got, in these kinds of things, you have to use your teammates' CC abilities, like a fear or something, to keep them away. There's a lot of thought to put into for your composition, and with a composition of a warrior, a warlock, and a priest, you kind of have to. Let's see. The question is Obo Mojo a healer? Like, I didn't actually see. I don't think that they seem to be in shadow form. So it seems to be that the big detriment here is the amount of off healing that Kufin Round has, because they do have a shaman who can off heal and a priest who can off heal. Meanwhile, all that all that Machete Spaghetti has right now is a priest off heal, and I guess a warlock can also have things like drain life, but that's not really the same as being able to heal a teammate who's being focused down. So it comes down to like who you're going to focus. So we clearly saw Kufin Round focus the warlock first. Will that strategy play the same again? Will they focus Adina more this time? Because I feel like what happened with Machete Spaghetti is Yummy Girl got to Adina and then did not follow through on stopping any of the heals that were coming through. Like whether or not you use the Warlock to fear one of the DPS in order to get the focus on Adina even like harder, I don't know. Hola, Johnson. You're right, Pangloss. But you have to kind of figure how you can do that. Like, do you get rid of a DPS with a CC and then continue to focus the healer? Because I feel like that's the win condition for Machete Spaghetti. Thanks, Pangloss, for the sub. The win condition for Machete Spaghetti is they have to separate the DPS, focus down Adina, and then bury the DPS in damage without any heals. Well, we'll see. Guido is back. Why is that not allowed? That's very strange. That's Guido's name. But we're heading in here in less than 30 seconds. We'll see if Machete Spaghetti has rethought their entire formula on how they're going to attack this, whether or not Kufin Round will continue to move forward here in the tournament. Will they continue to succeed by taking out the Warlock first, since they have no real healer? We'll see what happens. Well, we're going to head into the action here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, they're mounting up. They're doing the arena trick to get close the gap. But is it going to be enough? They're backing out. Jay Foshua is getting focused down hard. He has the ice block really early. Kufis is feared away. Are they now going to focus Adina? I don't even know where Adina took off to. Okay, there's Adina. So they're not focusing Adina. I'm wondering if they they focused Jay Foshua instead. So they took out one of the casters. So that might be enough to sway that. So for rule clarification, they're not allowed to pre-mount, but they can mount once the fight happens. But there goes Ito. So now it's Jay Foshua. Oh man, yeah. Kufis went down, Ito went down, but it's a 2v1. Adina would have to pull a miracle right now to get out Obo Mojo and Yummy Girl. I feel like Yummy Girl's going to be really aggressive, and that's it. But wow, interesting strategy. One that I haven't seen yet in the 2v2 or here to today. We have not seen the mount strategy But now, once again, we got ourselves a game. It's 1v1, Machete Spaghetti versus Koofing Around. And we're getting the reses out now. We're gonna get everyone set up once again. But absolutely incredible round. They focused, they used their CCs in a coordinated manner in order to focus Jay Foshua, take him down, and remove a lot of damage and CC ability. Because when you have your mage with a sheep and everything else, it really does add an extra layer of danger. Just like with a warlock and fear, like you don't want to get sheep because the sheep can be happening to you over and over and over again. And even with diminishing returns, they can use that like an interrupt. So they focused the mage, got rid of that entire threat completely, and through enough persistence, it seems to be working out. But right now, with neither team having a real dedicated like healer, it's interesting to see how it plays out. Will that work out in their advantage against a team with a healer? That's yet to be seen. Because if they can overwhelm the healer in terms of damage, it might be an extreme benefit. But if there isn't enough burst to actually get them through that first kill, it might be an actual devastating decision to have not gone with having a healer, because then they're just going to be outlasted in the entire fight until they're chipped away and die. But overall, great fight so far. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves. Round 3 is about to start. It's 1-1. Whoever wins this next round is going to head on to fight. Let me open this up. The winner of the Mossy Posse versus Drosky's My Dad fight, and put them into the quarterfinals. Oh, why am I getting that notification? That's interesting. But yeah, we have 60 seconds now for round 3. Machete Spaghetti versus Koofing Around. Like I said, Machete Spaghetti, their win condition once again is to isolate somebody, remove their threat, and punish the lack of heals. And the same goes for Koofing Around, but they don't have the same kind of CC. But if Jay Foshua can get a CC, get that sheep in, isolate, and punish the fact that they don't have a healer, it might just be enough to get them through to the next round. But we'll see how that goes in here. Less than 30 seconds to start for the next round. I'm hearing someone who's making bandages around me? I hear you. All right, we're starting down 3, 2, 1. And here we go. All right, both teams are playing out pretty safe. No mounting up strategy this time, because that seems to have harmed Koofing Around this time. The charge from Yummy Girl happens, and the fear immediately seems to be absolutely destroying Jay Foshua's chances. He's getting stunned. He's deep in enemy territory. Everyone's split up. It's become a brawl. An absolute mad. Obo Mojo is going down, though. Down to 20% health. Obo Mojo goes down. Is that enough? Is that enough for Koofing Around to make it through? Everyone else seems fairly healthy except for Jay Foshua. He's going down, so now it's back down to 2v2. But Ito seems to be facing a lot of trouble here with Koofies and Adina, while Yummy Girl has been kind of apart from the fight. But we're going to see what happens. Is Ito going to go down right now? Ito goes down. Now it's 2v1. This could be Koofing Around's chance to actually make it. What is the facepalm for? And there it is. It's going to be Koofies versus Adina. Adina's probably going to be costing a little bit of off healing, keeping Koofies alive. And it's now just a war of attrition. If Yummy Girl can get enough in to match 2 off healers, I'm not sure. It seems unlikely. But this might be Koofing Around's chance to take the round, take the match, and move on in the tournament. And it's just whittling down so slowly. You can see Koofies is getting absolutely hit hard. Yummy Girl. Oh wait. Oh, there. See, so Koofies has gone down. This has now become a 1v1. Is Yummy Girl going to clutch this? That's the real question. Nope. It was there was a chance, but Adina just comes in with the final play. Absolutely devastating. Super close down to the end. Down to the last man. Good. What an intense matchup. Adina! Goofing around gets to move on to the next round. Absolutely amazing fights. We're not getting the same sweeps. We're getting some nice fights, some nice thoughts. MVP match so far. Okay, I mean, like, if that's a consideration for that move, is Adina in the consideration for MVP? Submit that when you can. And we'll definitely have that vote during the post tournament interview. That'll be the third interview, I believe, of the day. But absolutely fantastic matchup. Let's go to the bracket update. So you go to the bracket update, and Koofing Around has absolutely taken it and moved on to the semifinals. Good for them. So the next match is going to be someone we've already seen, Thundercleave versus Enrico We Trust. Now, Thundercleave had a very strong showing. We'll see if Enrico We Trust can hold up to the onslaught that was Thundercleave. And let's see, the people talking around me right now. Is this the relapse section? I don't know if we have sectioned off. I don't know if we have guild segregated tournament sections here in the Eurobashi arena. But let's see. But let's see. Death rolls 100 people gambling. I like the 100 people who weren't there. We have yeah, we have Peepo Poo Poo now as a nice little BTTV emote. We have all that being hug from Sneaky Pete. That's very nice. But yeah, the next matchup, Enrico We Trust and Thundercleave. Now, Enrico We Trust that we haven't seen yet, but it's Madoku, a rogue, Rico Bus, Rico, Priest, and Drosky the Mage. The infamous Drosky, who has children in another team. He has an entire team of children competing in this tournament. Like, that's fantastic that you make this entire thing a family affair, Drosky. And of course, people are yelling Drosky is a bot, which I feel is something that is definitely an inside joke. Either way, this is going to be a fairly intense matchup because I feel like Thundercleave had a lot of strong showing in their first round. We're going to see if Raz, AJ, Desh can continue that strength, or if Drosky, Rico, and Madoku can stop them in their tournament run right here and right now. Everyone's getting set up right now. We have 60 seconds till the next match. I hope everyone's been enjoying the stream. Thank you everybody for like the follows and the subs and stuff. It's really appreciated. We're getting a wonderful turnout. We're hoping to do this more often. We hope we have more participants, more people who see like who's competing and says, I want to in there. I want to get my chance at the gold, especially as we're heading into AQ warm up. Nah, I mean that's true as well. That's also, and there's Travis with a gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy those emotes. Less than 30 seconds, but yet thank you so much. It's super important. Any Dodgers out here? Any Dodgers? Anybody dodge? Here we go. We're starting the next round in 5, 4. See how it goes. Boom. So immediately Drosky is getting super aggressive, heading straight in. They're not even caring that there's a rogue on the other team. The rogue rogue is now out, and let's see if they're focusing Raz. It's an interesting fight. We're just shoved into a corner, which is not something that we've seen. You see Madoku come out of stealth, and they're just focusing AJ down. Drosky and AJ are just in a massive fight. You have Rico just doing their absolute best to keep everyone alive. You have Desh keeping his team alive, and it seems like it's just going to be a war of attrition right now, as it might be just a mana fight. But wait, no, there's someone who dropped down below 20. Is Madoka going to go down first? Madoka does go down first. That was a lot of damage. The sheep on Raz stopped any of the potential. We have Desh just fighting for their lives. Thank you guys for the follows, and this is so wonderful. And the greatest Virtue followed your channel. Wow, Virtue, I see how that is. But there it is. We still have the 1v1 between Raz and Desh. No, I'm just kidding. They're together. No, but what an absolute turnout. What a clutch heal. The CCs played a massive part of it. The amount of healing that needed to be done. It became a fight of attrition because there wasn't enough damage on either team to just burst anyone down. And that's where the secondary strategy really comes into play. Because the initial strategy, of course, is just get the initial kill as quickly as possible, take them out. But if you can't, you have to be able to sustain your mana through smart healing, through smart use of CC, so you don't have to use as much. Like if you can cancel the big casts, if you can stop a lot of the big damage coming through, all that plays into major consideration, and that's what helped get through this particular fight. Like, and it's unfortunate because Drosky. It's unfortunate because Drosky's kids made it through, and Drosky seems to have been flattened just a little bit. If we're being completely honest. Say my name. Again, thanks everyone for the follows. White Noise. I am Malik, and of course Virtue, now following the channel. I used to be a tentacle with the follow. 6 Rose 23. Keep that in the chat. Listen, it's gonna be spicy, all right? It's gonna be spicy. It's negative. Thank you so much for the follow. He belongs to the streets. But yes, so Enrico We Trust went down. It was smart uses of CC and winning that war of attrition that got him to the next level. XZ Mamba ZX. Ah, okay. XZ and CX. I've never seen that. But thank you for the follow, Mamba. Remember that name. Stop it, Boogie. But overall, it was an interesting move on their part. It seems that Raz, AJ, and Desh are keeping it strong for themselves. Thundercleave just seems to be the team to beat at the moment. Diaz, you better kill it. Who's Diaz? Less than 30 seconds to the next round. Oh no, it's starting right now. So we're gonna head into the next round. We'll see if Drosky can make his kids proud here in the next round. So like I said, they don't seem to have any care of the fact that there's a rogue. They're gonna get right up in the into Enrico We Trust's face, and we're gonna see where the open is for Madoku. There's a sheep on Raz, so that kind of stops their healing because AJ is gonna get turned and focused on now. Madoku's out there, just getting as much damage done as possible. But it seems like Dash is getting focused down real hard. He's down to 27%. Is they're gonna be able to burst him down before a heal gets off? There's the big heal, up to 76. But Raz is sheeped once again. We see Rico just casting as much healing as he possibly can while they focus on Dash, and Dash goes down, and as Madoku goes hidden again to come back in with a backstab, and they're gonna focus on AJ while they keep Raz down. But AJ is gonna be focused down real hard. He's down to 24%, L 16. Oh, there's the heal from that gets him up. We're gonna see if it's enough to maybe take down one of the members, but I don't think it is. There's the sheep again on Raz, and now they're just gonna focus Raz down. That's AJ's down. That's the fight right there. That was a brilliant use of CCs, getting good uses of their sheeps and backstabs, and using their cloaks and the banishes of the rogue. So this makes this an even fight. Drosky is really making his children proud. That's what matters. Enrico We Trust is really getting in there to show that they can uh, be a competitor up against a very strong showing from the clean sweep of the first round and the between SCDs or BOP, and right now against themselves. So I feel like they there's that was a vehicle. I don't know if that came through. That was someone just speeding down the street at at an unbelievable speed. But right now we're gonna have a treasure chest. We might need a break. Hang on. I'll break for. We might need to take a small break because the PvP chest is about to get down. Uh, so the thing with the Gurubashi arena is that uh, there is a there's a chest that spawns that gives you an item, and at the moment it might be an issue because we're having a tournament here. So there's gonna be a chest that spawns, and people tend to fight over it. We're gonna see what happens, but thank you, Lauren, for the gifted sub to White Noise. That's very nice. Thank you so much. You didn't have to, but I definitely appreciate it. But now people are kind of we're letting our teams step back for a moment while the fight for the chest happens, which is probably going to be from a number of the spectators, and we're going to see how well that works out. Everyone just seems to be getting ready. I see a lot of buffs going out, a lot of people grouping up. Everyone is a little bloodthirsty. This might be a Royal Rumble. Like it might end up turning into a Royal Rumble that we clearly did not plan. Seventh inning stretch. I don't know how to say it, but here's the chest being down. But right now, a lot of people are jumping down. A lot of people are just going to start going in and competing in a free for all to see who wins this chest. And immediately, there's people obviously grouped up in order to buff themselves, get some heals off. But it's just going to be an absolute bloodbath of AoE. Right there, you see a nice little fake death and an Ankh from Spirit Horn, and then a second death again. Unfortunate. Horus is down. All these people are down. Hades dead again on your birthday, Hades. It is your birthday and you're dead again, Hades. No, that is absolutely tragic. We have a Drosky's in the fight. Why are you using your cooldown, sir? What are you doing, Drosky? Your children. Your children. But rip Hades, unfortunate. And as more and more people die, it seems that we're finally coming down to who might be able to open this box. We're going to see it's a Hunt Zug Smork has feigned death to get the cast off. Will someone come and stop Hunt Zug Smork? Or will they be allowed to open the chest unabated? Oh, wait, no, there it is. There was a stop. So Hunt Zug Smork tried to get up in there, and it didn't work out. Now the fight continues to see who gets to have the chest in the middle. We're going to have so many skeletons. It's going to absolutely litter the battlefield of the tournament, but it's okay. This is the sort of thing that just happens. And everyone is now... We are not resing these people, by the way. Just run back. Yep, that's also true. But again, Hunt Zug Smork is trying again. And here comes someone from Nexus. Pastratusion. And trying to stop that from happening. And we'll see. Down to 34% health versus 80% health. Is it going to be enough? He's closing the gap, making sure you have to use melee. Like, it just might not be enough. Hunt Zug Smork, I don't know. I can't tell if it was a feign. Nope. Hunt Zug Smork died. Unfortunate. I got one before I died. West Winds, you are an absolute legend. You did your best. The crowd looks freaking empty now compared to everyone hopped in for some quick dying. And let's see. We have Astrology is going in there trying to cast it, but Odom says no with the Ankh, saying no, not going to let you get it. Or maybe they're just running away and allowing you to get it now. But now it's Goes versus Astrology, but Astrology's going to get some heals off. Is it going to be enough? No. There's Goes. There's another rogue there. Who's going to get this freaking chest so we can move on with the tournament? Just kill him. Kill him. And there goes popping in some first aid as Brisky goes in for a cast. Absolute carnage as the last few people struggle in or sneak in to try to get the chest. Absolutely putting us back in timing, but that's fine. A little bit of extra levity to the proceedings. So he goes down to 15%, and now they're dead from a nice cast from Clang. Clang coming in. Looks like Constitution is coming in for the steal. I guess that's it. Unless Horace comes in to take it out. Let someone grab the chest. Please. Before I go down there and just grab the chest. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Absolutely devastating. Let me just yell at people. If you died already, don't go back in so we can keep going. Let's finish this. And there is, I believe, Adina getting hit by Wazulu. What is happening? Stop it. Thank you, more for the 500 bits. I appreciate that. But everyone get out of the arena. Let's open it up. Let's open the chest. Let's move on. Mana Fox, how are you doing? Welcome to our WoW tournament. And let's see who's finally getting it. Spirit Horn's finally getting it. We're going to move on. No, Murphy. Who's slightly below average? What is this? If you aren't in voice, they're calling for it. That's unfortunate for someone named Murphy. Why you gotta do this? You're welcome. No problem. Like I said, we've been doing this is now our third one. This is now our third one that we've put on. The first one, I mean, I know that Relapse has done quite a number on their own, but as far as what we've done as Toxic, we put on a 2v2 tournament 2 months ago, another one last month, and this month we're doing a 3v3 to kind of change up the format a little bit. But yeah, so that's why the logo down here, I've kind of taped over Toxic Tournament Series to be Azuresong Tournament Series just for today. We're gonna see how it goes. But yeah, we try to put on as fun a tournament as possible, as fun a stream as possible. Really try to get people involved, get people to know each other a little bit better on the server. Hopefully, especially now that we're heading into the AQ war effort, we kind of need to get together and really be together as a server for at least a little bit until we gather 1 billion mats and start making progress on it. And hopefully, we don't have to wait too long as we move forward to open up AQ, so we can all start raiding and doing our thing. And yes, man, the nice suit and tie. I like the burgundy. The burgundy was the greatest virtue suggestion along with Mort. We're gonna see if I get another one. See if we change up the color for next month. That'll all be dependent on a lot of different things. But at the moment, this is where no, they're not still fighting. That's why I turned away. Someone did open it up. We are clearing everything up, rezzing people, getting everyone set up to go for the next round. Because if everyone still remembers, we are still in Enrico We Trust and Thundercleave's match to see who moves on to fight Grolix's Greens. So you feel like they are? No. See, look, they're not fighting. No one's fighting. Everyone's getting reses off and everyone's setting up. The chest is gone. We're fine. But yeah, we do this. We do this every month. Hopefully that a lot of people enjoy what we're doing here. Continue to show up to support. We've got a nice big. We have a nice big a pot for the tournament. You know, like first place is gonna get 1,000 gold, then 600 gold for second place, 400 gold for third, and 100 gold is gonna go towards whoever we get designated to be MVP. So a lot of gold is being put out there just for great fun battles, some fun, get to know people on the server, because there's a lot of people who only raid for the most part, and there's some people who like to do a lot of extra PvP. We want to kind of put on something extra, because since they don't have arenas officially yet until like the Burning Crusade, this is how we have this classic community together to really show off and put their PvP skills to work, and hopefully win a bit of gold and have a bit of a grind. Looking good, Kim. Thank you so much. Teresa McCarthy? 05? All right. Wanted to make sure that I got that right, because I was like, the reason? No. No. But less than 30 seconds till the next fight. We're going to see if we can get the final results to see who moves on forward. Is it Enrico we trust? Is it Thundercleave? Is it an intense battle? It's 1-1. We're heading in. We're about 5 seconds out. And we're going to see if, even with all the skeletons, if we can get a final decision on what happens. Will Drosky disappoint his kids? I don't know. There you go, automatically with a charge up on Drosky. Modoku has come out to open up on Deshmi. Is it going to be enough? Deshmi is stunned, down to 50% health. Is it enough to burst them down, get the finishing blows? We see Drosky getting out the sheep on Raz once again, and then focus, turn around on Modoku, but he's only on the 7 health. Are they going to get a heal off? Is he going to be able to survive this? He's up to 17-28. It seems to be a lot of good CC up on Raz, keeping him sheeped. But unfortunately, there's Desh, goes down. Modoku goes down as well. So it seems to be it's going to be AJ, Drosky, Rico, and Raz back. So you see, if they're going to keep Raz down, it's just going to be everyone focusing on AJ, and it might just be a little too much if they cannot fix the CC issue happening up on Raz. Is Drosky going to get another cast off? I don't know, because Drosky is really low on health. It's kind of a war of attrition. Can they get another CC off? Unfortunately, Drosky goes down before the CC goes off, and that might be enough to just end the fight. That's unfortunate. It was super close, but there just wasn't enough damage. Drosky couldn't get the extra CC off in order to get through the next round. Enrico we trust has fallen. Thundercleave, in once again a very strong showing from their first round and now their second round. They're really handling. AJ handled being a 2v1 fight for so long with Raz being non-stop CC'd. It was really an AJ fight there. That's, to me, a strong considering to put in for PvP of this tournament. That was a very strong round and a very good showing for them. Thundercleave is just doing absolutely amazing work. They fully cleaned up STDs or BOP. But here, with Enrico we trust, there was a little bit of a struggle. It was close, but AJ clutched it out. I feel like that's going to be a strong contender coming up against Gorlix's Greens. So let's see. Let's look at the bracket update. And Thundercleave has once again, boom, moved forward. Can't wait to watch you stream back for your comments on my games. That was busy. Oh yeah, true, Adina. True. So there it is. Thundercleave moves on to fight Gorlix's Green. Absolutely one fantastic fights. And let's see, the next fight is going to be now that it's Drosky's kids now, because Drosky's my dad is going to fight the Mossy Posse, and we're going to see if the Mossy Posse can take their 2v2 wins and really translate that into a 3v3 format. Will adding an extra person and fighting an extra person really change up their previously winning formula? That's going to be on display next, but we'll see, especially since they're going to be facing up against Drosky's Dad, and they had a very strong showing in their first round. So they're a little bit more warmed up. They're a little bit more, probably a little loose. they're probably a little mad because their dad is, because their dad, got demolished just now. That's not fun to watch. You don't want to watch your dad lose. And then now, so they're gonna be fired up. You're gonna have the previous tournament. Oh, Drosky's my dad is the name of the team, and Drosky was on Enrico We Trust, and Enrico We Trust just got knocked out. So yes, their dad just got beat up, and they're now going to be out for blood to try to get, because the way that the Daddy Drosky now they have to fight their way out. If they're going to want to get revenge on Thundercleave, they're going to have to get out of this round, then fight Kufin around, and then if Thundercleave can beat Grolix's greens, that's how the finals are going to play out. But either way, this is the match to get into the semifinal round. And we're going to see what happens. It's the Mossy Posse versus Drosky is my dad. And someone sent me a message. Learchie. I want to submit Adina for MVP, totally honest and non-biased. I mean, sure. Sure. That's totally yeah, make sure. That's totally not unbiased at all, Adina. Submitting yourself for PvP. I see you. Let's see. I have the potential for the next interview coming up. I submit Boogie for MVP for high quality comedic content. Well, you have to first submit high quality comedic content for that to be a thing. But hang on. Did they lose to the boys? Did I get that wrong? I think I might have gotten the bracket wrong. Hang on. Gonna figure that out here in a second. We have 60 seconds to the next round. I could have sworn. Did I move the wrong thing wrong? All right. Anyway, Scuff stream, GG, 100%. All right. The next round's going to be happening here very shortly. And let's see. Okay, well, I just edited the wrong thing. I grabbed the wrong thing. Cam, you the best. Thank you. I'm doing my best. So I see everyone's getting, a little hyped up, little jumping around. Oh, started early. Oh no. Someone started early. Penalty. No, that's unfortunate. Oh no, they must have, and they probably Hunzucks were probably pop cooldowns. Oh no, absolutely scuffed. False start, offsides. Throw the yellow flags. Where do I have a flag? Do I have a flag? I should have a flag. I should have a yellow flag. Oh, that's unfortunate. We're gonna have to fucking wait and reset and get everyone back. And all their cooldowns are popped. That's gonna absolutely play into effect. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. That's just how do we handle this? That's super unfortunate. Their cooldowns are down. They completely messed this up. Super unfortunate. Looks like a shaman got MC'd into the arena, and that's also a thing. But we're restarting again. 60 seconds. Pee on your. This is just a wet wipe that I found. One of these. One of the disinfectant wipes. To keep your everything clean. But dang, so the 6-second count has started again. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. This first round might be a lot rougher for that team. Yeah, Boogie's disgusting for that being a suggestion. But here we go. Oh, again, Hunzuck Smork. What is happening? Once again, Hunzuxmork has started early. Oh no! What is happening? Once again, double penalty. Another penalty. Oh, we have not had to deal with this problem ever. But flag on the play again. Another flag on the play. How are we doing this? How is this a thing? Like double fault, that's a loss. Like, oh no. Yeah, so I've seen Hunzuxmork absolutely go early twice now, and I don't quite understand how that's happened. Uh, I hope that we can get this fixed, but oh my goodness. um, I hope that I think Learchie and Gray are figuring it out right now. But again, thank you to everybody who has been watching. I hope you've been enjoying it. I hope that whoever you're rooting for, whether it's one of the teams, one of the guilds, or if it's me, I hope that you're enjoying yourselves and everything is going well. This is just very very unfortunate. We've had a battle royale. We've had now two false starts, and I don't know if it's because of miscommunication. Uh, nice, yo, it's Coach. Let's hope they aren't premature in all their endeavors. Hope is just wow. Hope there's something happening. That's super unfortunate. They were not in the Azuresong PvP channel. That makes sense. So they didn't actually see the timers. So, well, here we go. Less than 30 seconds. We're heading in again. Third time's the charm. Hopefully, we can have this without another false start. Thank you so much for that update. Let's head in. We're heading in 5, 4. All right. Look, hey, look, they didn't start early. They did it! On to the next, on to the fight. All right, and then there's the charge immediately. Hopefully, the use of cooldowns aren't going to affect them too much. But here's Hunzuxmork focusing on Stig. We're going to see if Poseidon's asleep. Let's see if something can be done to alleviate the fact that they don't have their healer at the moment. You of course have Sloofin handling himself, being chased down by a Hunzuxmork's pet. Will Poseidon be able to pull off the same kind of healing? Mossiness is just focusing down more than. So you have more than Hunzuxmork and Dryad. So we have the double Druid healer, and we're gonna see if no one seemed to focus on the healers just yet, and which means it's probably gonna be turned into a war of attrition with Dryad having a little less mana than Poseidon. We're gonna see what happens because Hunzuxmork is still at full health, where Stig is down to 60. But more than is down to also about 70. So it's kind of like an even match. It seems to be a lot of good, solid heals coming out of Dryad and Poseidon. Meanwhile, the pets are just running around, getting feared. Hunzuxmork is free casting over here, while the focus seems to be swapping over to Dryad just a little bit. But I don't think it's focused quite enough on either of the healers to really play that big of an impact. Especially since Poseidon is now going to swap to bear form, try to run away, get a couple of hits off, but there goes More Than. More Than goes down, becomes a 3v2. The war of attrition just wasn't enough. I think Dryad, Dryad is dry. And Dryad and Poseidon are both dry, so now it becomes who can do more damage. And it seems to be that is the Mossy Posse just absolutely having a showing today, despite the false starts and the very odd circumstances in which we have started today's fights. So now it's just Dryad, 3v1, bear form, trying to survive as long as possible, like less than 20% health. It's just not going to be enough. Round 1 goes to the Mossy Posse. It was a strong showing. GG's. We're gonna see if the cooldowns being popped was a big enough factor. Has there been enough time since that first issue that you can then come back, have your CDs back up for round 2? Will that be enough to sway the victory back into their favor? But let's see. Rugal B98, subscribe for Prime 2 months. Sorry, Apple's giving me issues. Anyways, thanks again for all the weeks of BWL rating. Congrats on being the top 100 boss. DPS on Horde Slugga. Heck yeah, Slugga. Nice. Thank you again. The app is always, problematic when it comes to Twitch. It has trouble loading. It has trouble being able to change the settings of the stream you want to be. If you want to tone it down, like with YouTube, you can be like, oh yeah, let's turn that down to something that won't eat up my data. Twitch is like, nah, you're going full HD and like it. And that's how that app works. It's such a problematic app. Either you're on iOS or Android, it's such a problem. Even the PC app is still kind of annoying because it has particular issues, especially since they added the curse integration with the mods. I'm talking to people who play WoW. You guys know what I'm talking about. That app has some major problems. But there we are. What can we say? But first round goes to the Mossy Posse, and we're gonna see if Drosky's and my dad is not gonna be able to avenge their dad if the fight continues in this manner. Thank you for the follow, Berserk 193. Much appreciated. We're having great fun here. Round 2 starts here in less than 60 seconds. Mossy Posse seems to be doing very well. It came down to who could get the last heal in, and I believe that was Poseidon. I think he just had that much more mana to gas them across the edge, where the damage then collapses after the War of Attrition, after Dryad ran out of heals, and that might be what puts them over the edge. So depending on the amount of burst damage, it doesn't seem to be enough burst damage on either side. But we're going to see if Huntzuck's cooldowns are back up. Is that going to give him enough burst damage to put them over the edge and take back the round and take this to a round 3? That's yet to be seen. It's interesting to think about, though, personally. But hey, the viewers, yeah, this is the event. This is the event. But we're starting round 2 here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our Mossy Posse going to clench it and move on with a clean sweep, or is my Drosky and my dad gonna come back in with a cooldowns and absolutely devastate the Mossy Posse and send into round 3. So right now you can see that Mordan is getting absolutely hit and targeted down first, but Huntzuck also has a bit of damage. Poseidon's starting to get focused by Huntzuck. Mossy is in place. It seems to be, once again, another War of Attrition, unless they start focusing on Poseidon real hard right now, which seems to be doing it. And now his Charged Dryad caused the cancel of the cast, and Poseidon gets another heal off back to full health. Is that enough? Was that enough to put damage in from Stig and Mossy to actually overwhelm Dryad's ability to heal? We're here to see, because Mossy just running around, not being able to focus the target, it seems. But Mordan is almost going down. Mordan's down, and that makes the flip. That charge to cancel that heal might have been enough. And that's why it really pays off to know your class abilities and how you can shapeshift to different things as a druid and really change the outcome of the battle. But absolutely devastating. Poseidon is just drinking now. He's out of combat, just drinking. He finally gets stopped by Huntzuck's work. Even with the War of Attrition, with another druid healer, Dryad has not been able to drink, down to no mana compared to like a quarter mana. Like an eighth mana versus a quarter mana, that's a lot. That is absolutely unfortunate that they allowed Poseidon to get out of combat, get the drink off, and clean sweep this one. Absolute beast mode. GG's. That was absolutely a boss move from Poss. Absolutely devastating. Because there's going to be no... Drosky went down, and then Drosky's children go down. Unfortunate. But it goes to show that sometimes it's that slight advantage, slight knowledge, the slight move, whether it's the CC, the stun, the all that plays into a bit of a factor. But let's see his slug. Someone something. Nice job, everyone. Hey, Hades! Happy birthday, Hades! As we prepare for the next one, it's like happy birthday, Hades. It's unfortunate that you lost. You had a great showing, and even in the Royal Rumble, you got taken down. So that was quite a number of birthday birthday deaths. It's unfortunate. I hope you had fun. I hope you come back for the next one. I hope it hasn't discouraged you. I hope you don't sing that one. No, that remember that copyright is not real. Remember that lawsuit came through. That birthday song is not copywritten. It is in the public domain. It was determined in the courts. I'm not gonna get DMCA'd for that. Tell Twitch that? Oh, true. True. But yeah, like I said, happy birthday. I hope that this is fun. I hope that you tell more people. I hope more people show up to compete. Someone's dropping rallying cry of the Dragon Slayer. That's cool. I'm glad that I have an update about that. This is much better than watching Arena Side. I mean, like, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to be entertaining for people. I know that some people might not, enjoy once the people that they're cheering for, once the people they're cheering for are out of the tournament. They're like, ah. But it's okay. We're here to have a good time. We're here to get to know each other and really get. Oh snap! That was match 6 now, wasn't it? Yeah. Now it's interview time. We're about to have an interview with. I need to fix this since I got that bracket wrong. Yes, we're about to have an interview here with Grolix and Reddish. I believe is it just Reddish? I can't tell. I don't know. Either way, we're about to have a bit of an interview with one of the members. If I can find him there. Yeah, I can't do it. Okay, there. Oh, to be Grolix and Reddish. Once Reddish shows up, there it is. I don't have powers to drag people around. So you guys had a pretty fun. Oh wait, who else is coming? Learchie is also here. What's up, Learchie? Not a problem. Thanks, Learchie, for facilitating this. Yeah, and yes, Morty, this is a sideline interview. All right, so you guys had a pretty strong showing against the boys, but what do you feel went wrong? Oh, hang on. Sorry, hang on. Let me fix this. I need to fix this. Now
Okay.
I didn't have the volume on because from before. I fixed it, Lurchie.
No worries.
I got it. My bad. Super scuffed. So let me start that again. Let me ask that again. What do you think went wrong there?
I think just a few little mistakes. Whenever, kind of early on in that last round, I got death coiled, and prior to the death coil, I thought I had popped my nature swiftness, but I had not. So, I was kind of spamming that, getting out of the death coil, but didn't pull it off before I got bursted down.
Because no, I don't think anyone's expecting the absolute burst nature of what a double lock team could really pull off.
That was crazy. So that first round, our initial plan was to just go after the healer, CC the locks, go after the healers. But I don't think we got enough off to the point where we were focusing that healer down, but we were just getting bursted so quick.
Yeah,
It was
that first match, one of the warlocks said that he hit me for 4,000 after I popped my death wish, so it was over, and I didn't even get to use my health stone the first match, and it was just done.
But you guys changed it up for the second round. Like,
Right.
How'd that go?
We went for the warlock instead of the healer. Yeah.
Yep, we went for that warlock that was doing the heavier burst damage. Just kind of ignored the healer entirely.
Right. Atris was talking mad smack, so I had to go for him the second round.
I mean, it worked out for that second round, but when you head into the third round, was that the same strategy to focus the warlock as opposed to the healer?
It was, but that's where kind of we started making some small mistakes.
I think we got so caught up in the victory of the second one that we kind of lost our minds a little bit. The third one,
we were
like,
kind of freaking out.
Up in the adrenaline, yeah.
So you feel like it was a little bit of nerves, a little bit of like, we can do this, we got this, kind of shook you up a little bit.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, like in that last round, I mean, I had that nature's swiftness. I thought I had pre-popped it prior to the death coil, but I had not. So I was spamming my healing wave without actually already having the nature's swiftness pre-pop, so I wasn't able to get back up and start getting some heals off.
Yeah, the self-sustain is really the crux of the entire fight for you.
It really is.
For sure.
If once Rolex goes down, it's going to be really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, like in that second round, I mean, I had been baiting out those kicks. I saw all 3 kicks up or gone, so I was just able to free heal until Reddish and Wooten were able to get in there and get the job done.
I mean, overall, I still feel like the entire showing, even though it was through one match, was very strong, very, very impressive, and I hope that you guys come back for the next tournament.
Oh, no doubt,
yeah, we will be back.
Oh, how do you guys feel about your team logo that we introduced?
Oh, it's sick, bro. Is that cabbage?
It's definitely a salad.
Nice. I was hoping when I heard you made logos, I was like, I know he's gonna do what I think he's gonna do, and I'm glad you did. Grolux's greens is actually not what you think. It's actually after his gear because he's got greens. So maybe next time we can Yeah.
See, that's where a lot of the names I knew were kind of inside jokes, but we just took the names as face value, and we're just like, there we go. We're just throwing it in greens.
Right.
That was great. Next time I'll send you my my green gear, and we can use that.
Like I said, we'll keep that. We'll keep all that in mind. Like, that's why I wanted everyone to have names, everyone to have sort of idea for easier organization and for decent branding ideas.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you doing all of the things that you do, man. It's awesome.
Thank you guys for participating in the tournament. I hope you guys can participate in the next one. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna get back at it the next round. Thanks, guys. If you want to hop back down to the other one, that'd be great.
All right,
sure.
Later, dude.
Thanks.
Later.
All right, we're gonna head into the next set of fights, and I don't know who we're going first. Who's going first? Who's first? So it's like they're telling me that now that the timing is about right to Budget Epics Retail Special. It's gonna be Thundercleave versus the boys. Now, of course, Thundercleave has been absolutely dominant in their showings. We're gonna see if the double Warlock burst damage will be too much for them and stop them in their tracks, or will they continue to go on in a very dominant fashion in the third win to get them to the finals? Whoever. Also, yes. So the designers also don't play WoW, so all their WoW knowledge and stuff has to come from me, like explaining to them on the side. So any sort of ideas have to come from that. So that's always fun. These are the final 4. The loser of the next match will go on to fight in the bronze medal match, which takes place after the next 2 rounds. We're taking a couple breaks to also get another interview in after the third medal round, where we interview who got 4th place and figure out what happens in that match. But overall, we are going to keep moving on along between Thundercleave and the boys. And then the next match will be the Mossy Posse and Koofing around. But will Thundercleave make it to a third win to get them to the finals? We're going to find out. Me and the boys. Let's see. Do I have any timer just yet? It seems to be Relapse versus Relapse in this next matchup. So we'll see which team gets to represent their guild in the finals. At the very least, they have one, but who is it? Let's find out. And this will hopefully increase other guilds to hop in and represent their guilds and increase their guild's chances of being able to represent as the head of the PvP world on our little server. 60 seconds to the next match. The double warlock burst damage versus smart CC usage in the boys. So will the boys make it through? And yeah, someone get to do a sub. Hoggers. Very nice of them. Like I said, I hope everyone's enjoying the stream. Thanks for the follows and the subs and the gifted subs. It's all very nice. And like I said, I see Filthy Berry Sucks followed, and so that's very nice. That's not a very nice Twitch name, but thanks for the follow. We're going to be starting here soon. So let's see. Thundercleave versus the boys. Go. So both teams are playing really relatively safe. It seems like that seems to be Thundercleave's thing. They sit back with their pets and then wait to send them in to see who's going to CC what. AJ Desh and Roz are absolutely waiting back, but there's AJ getting absolutely demolished first. I see if there's an amount of burst damage where the lock focus is going to be. It seems to be on AJ. They want to get that warrior down to nothing, but the heals come in real strong from Roz. And we're going to see if the initial burst was enough to survive in order to get them to the other side. But Spirit Horn goes down immediately, like really strong. Goes down. So the locks goes down. It seems that the boys have figured out a way to get out of the burst damage. The initial burst was not enough to get them out of danger. That's impressive. We're talking about the amount of burst damage the two locks had, but the boys showed up with AJ just absolutely demolishing. Goes into Atri. This is impressive. That was a very quick round. So Relapse both won and lost. That's impressive. That's an impressive way to look at this. Sugarberry is love, but he's like, I mean, I didn't choose that name, all right? But wow, what an absolutely good match right there. Because I would have thought that the amount of burst damage would be enough. Oh, shoo. Fix the camera. There we go. I thought that it would have been enough burst damage to take out AJ. But with the heals and the armor and probably some cooldowns, we'll see if AJ is an MVP candidate. I see it. Will AJ have the cooldowns again to survive another burst attack, or did the locks use their cooldowns already? Am I wearing pants? I am. I'm wearing. Hang on. I'll take a picture. I can't. Like I honestly can't. Like it's. I wear dress pants for this. I do dress up. Like I have a little bit of makeup on, a little bit of concealer, a little bit of powder. You know, I do take this. You know, seriously. I'm here for the memes, but I'm also here to be as professional and as straightforward as possible. Okay. Kim with the 360. Thanks. But wow, what a first round. Let's see if the Warlocks waste their cooldowns. Are they going to have enough to try to do the burst tactic again? Are the boys going to be able to survive it? Will they have enough defensive cooldowns to? I would have help with more commentating a football game, Klein. I'm not gonna lie. I would like someone who has even more football knowledge than myself to do it. We have 30 seconds in the next round. Will the Warlock burst damage make it out for Thundercleave, or will they be stomped out by the boys? And will the boys continue on and have a strong showing for Relapse in the finals? We'll find out here in just a few moments. 5, 4, 3, and we're down 69 viewers. Nice. 1, begin. Let's go. All right, and here we go. The Warlock's getting super aggressive once again. AJ just heading into Atreus. They're focusing on lock. They want to get that the big burst damage out of the way completely. We have Roz and one of the Warlock pets absolutely duking it out, but immediately Desh goes down. Desh just gets exploded by burst damage. Then there goes Atreus. The double Warlock just isn't enough burst damage to take down whatever AJ is doing to these players. AJ is absolutely demolishing them with his CCs. That is absolutely devastating. There's no LOS. Warriors are going to stick easily. I mean, you'll see that like sometimes Warriors just don't have it. But absolutely strong showing. But there down goes Ghost. Is it down to 1v1? Is it down to Spirit Horn and... Oh, that was close. What do you call that? What do you call it? That was absolutely close. How do you call it? Do we go to the video? Is it a tie? How close was it? How close was it? We need a judge's ruling. We're gonna need a judge's ruling. Spirit technically went down first, but is it too close to count? Let's see if we're gonna head back to the video. I'm sure we can. Give me 1 second. I'm sure that I can have a bit of an instant replay. We need to play back. Let's see if I can get that actually into play. So I don't know if I can technically. You know what I mean? I think I can. I think that I actually can. Okay. I'm gonna have a bit of a replay. All right. Can't see, keeps freezing. Let's see. Let's take a quicker look. I know that Spirit definitely went down first, but we're gonna take a quick look. All right. Round 2 victor and game is Thundercleave, so they consider Thundercleave the winner. But I wanna take a close look to what's happening. All right, we're gonna take a bit of a replay. So you see, Desh goes down, and the fight just keeps on going. Atreus goes down, and so where is Spirit Horn? There's Spirit Horn right there. See, AJ still staying up. Ghost is up. And the Ghost is getting focused down. Down goes Ghost. So now let's take a look right here. See, AJ is lower, but there's the big burst damage. And let's see. Yeah, technically, Spirit Horn went down first. It was so close. It's tough to tell. But yes, definitely goes down. Absolutely photo finish. Amazing. So let's update the bracket right now. Where Thundercleave moves forward. Boom, to the finals. The boys have to go to the third match. And the next match we're going to have is the Mossy Posse versus Koofing Around. But it's good to know. It's good to know that even Relapse can't beat Relapse. That's hilarious. But here we go. Mossy Posse versus Koofing Around. We have a lot more toxic representation up in this fight with Adina and then all of Mossy Posse. So we're going to see which side gets to represent toxic versus 1/3 toxic. It's still toxic representation. I'll count it. We're gonna see who gets to show up to be to face off against Relapse. Hey, my last relationship. Ah, that's funny. And someone's looking for death rolls. If you want to death roll Wazulu, hit him up. 100 gold death rolls here live at the Gurubashi Arena on Azuresong. But it's been absolutely a hell of a day so far. We're going to see what happens with Kufin Round and the Mossy Posse. And then once we head into the third place fight, we're going to interview who ends up losing that fight. We're going to see how what their thoughts are on how that could have went better. We're about 30 seconds to the next one. La Lauren. I got an emote. Thank you. I now have Pride Pog. Feels good. Let's see. 30 seconds left. We're gonna head right into the next fight, and we'll see who gets to which side, how much of Toxic gets to represent in the next round in the finals. Begin. All right, over here we have moving around, sitting back while Mossy then charges in, focuses up on Kufi's, and maybe swaps it up on Adina. It's going to be a rough fight to see. Oh, Adina's dropped down to near nothing. What's going to happen here? Mossy is just feared out of left field. I don't know where everyone else had disappeared to. What happened? I honestly have no idea what just happened, and I was watching it. Well, Adina goes down. And that's unfortunate. They're focusing the pet. Are they really attacking the pet, or are they attacking Kufi's? Like, it's kind of hard to see. Let's see. Mossy, I believe, is attacking Kufi's. Jeff Fosh was on the pet. This is just too much. Adina went down so fast. That initial burst was a little bit much to handle, to heal through. But this is what the big trade-off that I was saying, that if you don't have a dedicated healer, it might be a little difficult to face someone who has the sustain of someone like Poseidon healing. That's Big Nut. I wish I had a thing that I could have Big Nut. But yeah, having a dedicated healer versus 3 DPS, like 3 DPS can work. Like you saw it happen with some of the other teams where you have just big DPS, focus it down. But when it comes to a team that is also extremely smart and knows their abilities and knows when and how to use certain cooldowns, you start running into a problem where if they're conservative enough or they can focus enough on the right targets, even with the amount of excessive DPS, the amount of healing is just too much. Like because Poseidon can dump a ton of mana, keeping the fight alive if it means that it's going to get through all of your cooldowns. Doing great. Appreciate the birthday wishes. If you can burst through all the cooldowns and heal through it, you now have the advantage of being able to slowly chip away at the rest of the team, and that might be the ultimate factor here in what happens between the Mossy Posse and Kufin Around. Like there might be a need to rethink the strategy and how to focus, because we've seen Poseidon in the 2v2 tournament and today know how to get out, know how to go bear form, do shapeshift into where you need to get out. Can they lock that down? Can they lock Poseidon down, destroy the healing capability, and outlast both Stig and Mossy? It remains to be seen, but it'd be interesting to see if they do it. Everyone, of course, in the Toxic guild chat are all having discussions about like what could be happening. But I feel like they should keep their strategies to themselves, since they are technically fighting against each other. That's not fair. Second round here is going to start in 60 seconds. Thank you, Gray. But I just want to see what toxic officers are abusive. Yeah, I know. There's just one guy named Boogie, totally abusive. I don't know how they put up with that. How strange. My vote for MVP goes to the Shaman doing the between round rezzing. Absolutely. That should be in consideration. I'll put that in consideration. Who is it anyway? Is it Astrali? Who's doing it? Is it Amber? Who's doing it? Amber MVP, PogChamp. Toxic Gate. There it is. Round 2 starting right now. We're gonna see if Kufin Round can change their strategy enough, or will Mossy Posse just blow on through to the finals to face Relapse PvP team. And immediately Kufin Round comes out super aggressive, allowing Mossy to charge first and get a bit of damage on Kufis. But immediately Mossy is sheeped, gets out of it, and Kufis is just trying to get as close to Poseidon as possible. Stig as possible. Stig is going down pretty low. Is it enough though? Adina is sitting at 80%, 75%. Like, it seems like without the dedicated healer, it might be just another chip down battle instead of a burst. But we're gonna see if Poseidon can continue to keep everyone alive. Kufis is being sent away, so their off healer is gone. But everyone on Mossy Posse seems fairly healthy. They're going to be focusing Adina now, to swap targets. Adina's just trying to stay alive, trying to keep the damage coming. But you have Kufi sitting under 70% health, while Adina tries to get some damage out. It might not be enough. Under 50% health. Are they going to continue to focus on 50% health, 50% health, 57? Poseidon is going to continue. He's still at about 25% mana. Is that enough to get him through? Because Stig's down to 30% health. Are they going to have enough damage? Because the extra damage person... Ooh, Jay Foshua goes down, though. They might not have enough damage to now outdo the healing. Kuvius goes down, and now Adina is just trying her best. It's unfortunate, but with the extra amount of health, it became a chip-down battle without a healer, and Mossy Posse goes on to the finals. The strategy was sound. It was close. It was close. Stig was very close to getting knocked out and making it a 3v2 and turning that tide. But Pos just managed his mana, got them through it, and the war of attrition was lost. And that's what I'm saying. When you have your team compositions, when you have all this, you take that into account, right? And it's leading us to a very strong finals, I believe. So this is gonna be very interesting. This is guild versus guild kind of pride here on the line as we see the Mossy Posse move on and Kuvin around head to see if they can still medal versus the boys. So this is our finals and the third place fight, and how it's shaped up. There's Learchie right there. Well, some people aren't in game apparently. Ghosts and Atreus for next interview. Okay, so we're gonna take a short break and have another interview with. Hang on 1 second. Gotta open this up.
The boys.
With the boys.
Boys.
What's up, kid?
What is up? Hang on.
know.
So, aren't you about to face in the third place match? You're fighting for bronze next, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I think we're
All
doing
right.
Relapse again.
No.
Oh, who we up next?
You guys will be fighting Kufin around, who just lost this match.
Okay, cool.
So we're having a 5-minute break in between. You guys are heading in. You guys knocked out Grolix's greens, but lost to Thundercleave. What happened in the fight with Thundercleave?
Dashmi and Ajaris, man. They're sweaty.
Yeah. So
they're sweaty.
Man, their comp running a really tough healer as a priest Raz with an off heal is so hard because we can't CC AJ because he can just stance out of fear, and then he just got 2 healers. So if you try and focus AJ like we switched to round 1, it's just no chance. So
Oh yeah.
Right, the main healer off healer combination is a very tough one to deal with if you don't have just an insane amount of burst damage.
Yeah, it was rough. I think we kind of figured out round 2. Like we were talking about it before, but we figured out like we had to just take down the squishier off heal there in order to have any chance. So we went after Deshme, and it
that's
worked pretty
Dashman.
good. Just
He's a squishy one.
yeah, just ran out of time.
But that AJ guy, man, if he catches you slipping, he'll take you out.
Just whacking on you the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
AJ's definitely clutched out a couple of rounds through this tournament for sure. So what do you feel you guys could have done differently? What do you guys could have done differently? Is it composition? Is it itemization? Is it?
I think our very first match, we thought we could take AJ out right away, but then he was just getting heals from the other two guys, and then Dashme just straight up deleted Ghost, and then it was over.
Yeah, I made a bad call to
Dash
switch to AJ.
Yeah.
Fucking panics right there. So
I think if we would have stuck with our plan of killing Dashme, we would have beat him for sure. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, we had him at the end there, but hey, man, close game, but good team. They got a really strong comp, so hopefully they win.
Yeah, them relapse people are no joke. I'll tell you that.
Not biased commentary at all there.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all. So you guys are going to face Kufin round next. Do you guys have any idea on how you want to strategize against them?
Oh man, we can't be telling you the strats in stream.
I gotta
try. Do you have ideas? I'll just say that.
I'll give you an inside tip. Some people are gonna get deleted real quick. That's all I'm gonna say.
You think that you're going to get clutch that third place medal then, huh? Get that third place prize?
We're gonna be throwing some big hits for sure.
Yeah.
Learchie just got mad at me. What are you doing? No strat questions. Come on. Hey, I had to try. Like, I try to be as impartial as possible, but I want to see if you had a little bit of an idea.
Hey, sneaky, you ain't gonna get it that easy. You'll see.
Okay, well that's good. I'm trying to stay impartial.
But
now
before we tap out of here, I just want to say I got something to say to the other team. I say we're coming for y'all, so be ready.
Yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Well, I hope Kufin Round can get their wits about them after that loss. And same for you guys. Have a strong showing to claim the third place prize. And hopefully you guys have a showing that could have some people submit you one of your teammates in for MVP.
Hell yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a chance at that 400 gold and third place medal, and a nice way to keep 2 teams from Relapse in the top 3.
That's right, clean sweep.
Right.
That's not bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But yeah, good luck, guys. You guys want to hop down?
Yeah, thanks again, too.
Thanks, guys. So Murph88, the prize pool is split up, and third place is gonna get 400 gold. Second place gets 600 gold, and first place gets 1,000 gold to split among all 3 of them. And we have the MVP consideration to give out another 100 gold to as well. So the next match we're going to have is the third place matchup, which let me open this up. Which is again between the boys and Kufin Round. Now Kufin Round without their dedicated healer, it's going to be an interesting combination to see what strategies they come up with to try to take down the boys, because the boys have been very powerful and very resourceful throughout this entire tournament. And one of the things of having the most recent loss, which Kufin Around has, is your nerves might be shaken up a little bit. So hopefully they can get that out of their mind, focus on the current task at hand, and absolutely put their best efforts forward with the thought of like CCs and how they get their off heals in, and hopefully clutch the bronze and leave today with the 400 gold prize and the pride of having a medal here in this tournament this month. But again, thank you to everyone who's been viewing, all the follows, all the gifted subs, the prime subs. It's all very much appreciated. We're trying to do this thing every month. Hopefully, you guys can participate, tell more people about it. Maybe you want to join if you play WoW Classic here on this server. It's all great fun. We're hoping to have like bigger prize pool, bigger stakes, more drama to see the storylines really start forming themselves. With doing great work here, Ken. Thank you for us. I really appreciate it. I'm here to try and catch a nip slip. I mean, I hope that because I'm layered, that doesn't happen. I don't want to pull a Justin Timberlake, slip up. But there's definitely going to be more production as I get to know more people, get to know the inside jokes in the server. We can have better ads, better little production things. So we're gonna definitely keep things up. Yeah, Janet Jackson. Yeah, that's what I meant. Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. Who did I say? Either way, the Super Bowl's nip slip. I know they're allowed on Twitch. Hashtag Kim slip. Let's go. We have 60 seconds to the next match. We're gonna start the third place fight. Play if you're no, Justin Timberlake ripped off the clothing, But less than 30 seconds and we start. Good luck to both sides. Fight your hardest. Earn that third place money. Pop that shirt off. Ooh, I mean, you start gifting subs and we'll start seeing what happens. Round 1 for Du Bois versus Kufin round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, immediately both sides are starting super aggressive, coming at each other. You have Jay Foshua getting absolutely demolished. As soon as they say they were going to blow somebody up, they're focusing on the mage. He's down to 17 health. Is it enough, though? Because Atrice is down to 18% health as well, but they also have the ability to drain life and heal themselves back up. Jay Foshua is going to have to get some off heals and really adjust their strategy, and Jay Foshua just goes down. Is it enough damage on either of the locks to make up for that? I don't think so. Atrice goes down as well, so it's now down 2v2. Can Ghost and Spirit keep Adina and Kufis? Kufis is going down. Kufis is getting focused very hard. If Adina can't pop an off heal off, this might be the round. They're split up way too much. Kufis can't get it. Kufis needs to get himself another off heal. It's not enough. But Spirit Horn might be going down too if the heals don't come off. If Adina can knock out Spirit Horn, but it's just not too many heals. If Adina would need to get Spirit Horn down and then switch to Ghost very quickly, Wazulu get out of the arena, but it's just not enough. That was close. All they needed to do was get a little bit more damage out to Ghost. It would have been a 1v1 versus Spirit and Adina. Very close. A very close round. Absolutely a good fight. And no, we're not talking about OnlyFans. Like, if you're not going to sub here, why would you sub to my OnlyFans? Come on, logic. I mean, luckily Wazulu got out immediately, but yeah, stop. Don't fall in. Be careful. Be a little careful. Tony wants feet supply. I mean, Tony's always in my DMs about it, so I mean, that's a whole different thing. You said this was family friendly. It is family friendly. Was auto running and got rezzed. Oh, okay. Thank you for the explanation, Wazulu. Again, I wasn't trying to call you out. I was just simply like saying, but it's fine. You got out. It was very quick. It wasn't any really bad. But like I said, if you want to use your primes here, I'm not gonna say no. But overall, it was a very intense fight. It was close. Adina almost had it. They just needed a little bit more damage on Ghost, and it could have been a really close Adina versus Spirit match. Very close. Let's see if Kufin can get it back. Can they still pump up that same damage, get the right CCs off in order to extend this to a round 3? because now the cooldowns are off. We're gonna see if it's enough. The warlocks are pretty squishy. They have a lot of damage, but if they can focus, I should wear brighter color. Okay. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate it. I am looking into getting, but I just like the burgundy. The burgundy looked really, really, really slick. You know what I mean? Let me turn up the lights a little bit. See, if I turn it up, it's kind of a little different. So, there we go. But the problem is it's just so bright. That's the only thing. And it just feels like it creates more shadows. But there you go. 60 seconds to the next match. Let's see if Kufin Round can figure out how to handle this this next round, because it was super close. It could have gone either way. Quality skip. I mean, yeah. This is just to kind of like, have it focused on me. Make it a fake depth of field. It's fine. Less than 30 seconds, and we're heading into the next fight. Hopefully, Jay Foshua doesn't get exploded immediately again. We're gonna see if that's the focus they said, because during the interview they said they were gonna have someone explode, and that was pretty close, but it definitely wasn't enough to really count it as an absolute demolishment. But we're getting in right now to round 2, the boys versus Kufin Round. Let's see what happened. Once again, Kufin Round is trying to be aggressive, but they kind of pull back. So everyone's kind of playing it safe, setting the pets in with Atreus. Atreus is kind of walking in. Everyone's just kind of feeling each other out, playing a little bit of footsies, getting some dots out there right now. But we're going to see Jay Foshua seems to be focused down again, since he's the one that exploded last time. But Kufi's is absolutely getting exploded right now. He's now at 13% health. He goes down. It just wasn't enough. They swapped their target from Jay Foshua. I don't know what Jay Foshua around. It's Kufin around. Jay Foshua, and went to Kufi's, took out Kufi's, then took out Jay Foshua, and now it's just Adina. And unfortunately, that's the round goes towards the boys. The boys really putting on a smart showing, really changing up the strategy, changing the focus target, and that was enough to finish it out. And of course, there is people saying that Amber should be the MVP for coming out here and rezzing everybody, making sure this tournament goes smoothly as possible, and it's always appreciated. The people that help us put this entire tournament on, whether it's Gray, Learchie, Amber, it's all extremely helpful in order to keep things moving. Without much of a hit, except for the false starts, except for the Royal Rumble. Yeah, overall, this was a very, very good tournament, except for some issues. But some of those were unavoidable. The false starts was definitely avoidable. I don't know how that happened. But let's see. Hang on. There seems to be some confusion, but this is a best of 5, so it's the first to 3 wins. So we are 1 fight away from the boys clinching the 3rd place, the bronze medal, and 400 gold for their team. Big oof. To which part? Which part are we big oofing? But yeah, now everyone's getting rest up, getting their mana back. And hopefully, once again, they change up the strategy to possibly. And they changed the strategy. The boys changed it up. They focused on Kufi's, took him out. Is Kufin Round going to take that into consideration now in how they strategize? Hopefully, they take that lesson and figure out how to play a little bit safer. That way, you don't have Jay Foshua having to force and ask an anonymous. Thank you for the anonymous 100 bits. Thank you so much. Hopefully, they can stop one of their teammates from being absolutely exploded. Maybe the cooldowns are off now. We're gonna see what the changes they've made now coming into the next fight. This next round, though, if the boys can take it, that's it. Third place. Let's see if Kufin Round can extend this series to a game 4. 3, 2, 1. And they're off. Now let's see if Kufin Round's going to play a little bit more conservatively. They're staying back. They're not being as aggressive. They're letting everyone just kind of feel each other out, maybe staying together and grouping up without the fear. But there goes Jay Foshua just saying, screw it, I'm heading in. We're going to go for the fight. And having the ice back real early. Let's see if Kufi's and Adina can get any sort of big damage in on Spirit Horn. Spirit Horn's down to 38 health. He's down to 10 health. They're going to get enough damage in. He is down. Spirit Horn is down. Is that enough to win in the round? They definitely swapped up their strategy, playing back, then jumping in. It might have been enough to disorient them to push them to the next edge, because everyone's still alive. They're focusing down Ghost and Atreus separately for some reason instead of focusing one down. But there it is, 33, 37 and 55. Jay Foshua was dead again, so it's a 2v2. It's a lot of damage going out. To see if having an off healer in Adina and Kuvis is enough to get them to the. They're playing a lot of keep away from Kufi's right now. Kufi's is now getting all the dot damage, and he's going to go down. But Ghost and wow, they went down at the same time, and now I have Atreus down at 7% health versus Adina's very high percent health. Is that enough though? All he does is, or is this the res? Adina just there it is. Wow, they did extend it to the to round 4. Good job from Kufin around. It was super close on either end. Once again, another round where it could have gone either way. Round 2 was very much decidedly going to the boys. But Kufin around in round 1 and now in round 3, it could have gone either way. It could have gone either way, and this time it went to Kufin round. We're heading in to now round 4. The question is, can they keep this kind of momentum and get themselves a 2-2, make it a nice solid 2-2, and head to round 5 and take it all the way to the edge? And if we can get to map 5, that's going to be absolutely an impressive feat, because their cooldowns should be starting to come back up on the boys' side, and the way that they had used their burst potential to win the second round, it might be just enough time to in between fights to use that burst potential again. But let's see. Everyone's drinking up again. Everyone's getting themselves ready. I hope that they're discussing their strategy, what went right, what went wrong, how they plan to use their abilities, what cooldowns are still up. These are all very important things that need to be discussed in between these kinds of rounds, because it's not like regular arena where you win or you lose. No, this is a nice continuous resource fight. It's war of attrition based on cooldowns and abilities, and we're gonna see if the boys can clench it once again, because again it's match point, and if Kufin around can't figure out a way to clench 2 more and get a reverse sweep, we're gonna have to have a relapse third place, and we're gonna see what happens. Less than 60 seconds away. I'm gonna swap so I can get something to drink again. Ah, delicious. So you see everyone's kind of posturing, getting ready. We have 30 seconds. We're called. But yeah, thank you for the cheer. That's funny. And then Lil Joso, thank you for following the channel. Like, everyone seems to be kind of spreading out. You see over here the boys playing a spread defense, while over here Kufin Round is playing in the shotgun. Doing great. They're starting in 3, 2, 1, and there we go. See, there goes the first engineering bomb, and I don't think it actually made any sort of impact whatsoever. They're playing very conservatively, very very close together. Once again, Jay Foshua dives in to initiate aggression, and he's getting so much damage put on. They're all focusing on him. He's down to like 1% health, 12% health, and down he goes. And Koofy is now being focused down, and Atri, Spirit Horn, and Ghost just are not taking enough damage to facilitate any of that. And down goes Koofy's. And it just maybe way too aggressive. The fear goes off. That might be all she rang for Koofing around. The boys have clinched third place and the 400 gold prize. Congrats to them. GG's. Now, it's left to discussion, and whether or not there was too much aggression there, whether or not it was the right amount, but maybe it was the composition. Not having a healer plays a fairly big role. But they didn't go down without a fight. It's 3-1. You can't fault a fighting effort. Fourth place is solid. They've secured their place in the top 4. And now we're going to check the bracket update. So, Koofing around. Oh, grabbed the wrong thing. Koofing around. What? Stop it. I hate it. Why isn't it letting me move it? There we go. Koofing around gets knocked down to 4th place. The boys secure their spot as 3rd place. And coming up is going to be the fight versus Relapse's Thundercleave and Toxic's The Mossy Posse to claim the first joint Azuresong PvP 3v3 tournament. And new interview with Koofy's. Apparently, we're probably going to interview Koofy's prior to this matchup. So we're going to bring in Koofing around, bring in Koofy's and Adina to give a little post game interview. Oh, and Jay Foshua. Now, the first question, obviously, I want to ask Koofing around. I am pronouncing that correctly, correct? You do say Jay Foshua?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we were very clear on that. So, you guys just had a very decent showing, a very valiant showing. A number of those rounds were very close, could have gone either way. What do you feel was the deciding factor in this last match?
Well, the third one that we won. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So the third one that we won, I think we took a more defensive approach with Koofy healing and staying around our totems and let them be more aggressive. And I think that's how we turned the third game in our advantage. Other than that, the last one, they had crazy DPS and we had nothing procced for us. And they were an awesome team.
I mean, they definitely handled. Like the first round was definitely could have gone either way. At any moment, you could have turned that around. So that was very close, went to their favor. And then the third round could have gone either way, and it did go in y'all's favor. Do you feel like there's something else you could have done differently, and maybe the second and fourth round?
Yeah, Koofy's here. I should have played probably a little bit more defensively than I did, especially like the first the second and third round was good. We figured it out, but the first and second round
I mean, it was either way. It was very close. It was an extremely strong showing. You at least got there, which a number of other teams did not. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But do you feel like there's something else you could do maybe for next time around? Say the next tournament. Is there some changes you feel that might be worth looking into, whether it's composition or gear or just focus more on strategy?
Well, on strategy, I think I should have focused more on dispels. And that was a big mistake on my part because I did not dispels those conflag. So maybe think of that a little bit better this time.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of utility. I feel like we didn't capitalize on it as much as we could have.
But we have a lot of potential and we're going to come back stronger next time.
I hope so. You guys did a great job. Unfortunately, fourth place, no prize pool this time, but hopefully if we have a bigger prize pool next time, fourth place will have that. But you guys had a showing that was definitely nothing to be ashamed. It was very strong, very impressive. Everyone is very proud of the work that you guys did.
Thank you.
All right, well, we're about to head into the next one. That we have less than 1 minute, but thank you guys for the interview, and I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you
Thanks,
guys.
Kim. See ya.
That's it. But yeah, so there it is. We got I mean, took us could definitely join. So Adina was part of the 2v2 tournament last time and had a pretty strong showing there. So it's nice to see them. To see her really showing a strong showing, getting 4th place, getting a nice experience in the 3v3 environment, because it's definitely a different vibe, right? You have to think about a lot more. You have a lot more tools in your bag as well, though, so you have to kind of communicate that with your team. So hopefully they come back much stronger. As you heard, lots of potential. I like to see that potential fleshed out. I like to see more people also on the server hop in and show their stuff. And really put it in. But we have 30 seconds to the final round, and the final round is going to be between the Thundercleave, Relapse, Mossy Posse, Toxic. Guild Pride's on the line, along with the gold and the medals. So let's see. Stream. Let's go tournament. Boom. We're about to hit there in less than 30 seconds. Round 1, Thundercleave versus Mossy Posse. Best of 5. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. And immediately you have the Mossy Posse coming in really aggressive, and you have the double warrior AJ and Mossy just swinging away. You see them focusing on Desh a little bit. Meanwhile, Poseidon, I just turn around. He is absolutely demolished. The amount of burst damage that just came out of the amount of burst damage that just came out of Thundercleave, absolutely. Could not see that coming. They were exploded. The nuke went off. Tactical nuke incoming. I don't know how else you're supposed to deal with that. Do you continue to waste your cooldowns? Do you give up and reset round 2? What is the plan? Stig goes down, and now it's just Mossy. As long as Mossy saves his cooldowns, it's already basically a lost round. My goodness, AJ came in with the heat. And now we have to have Mossy Posse maybe rethink quite a bit of their strategy, maybe who they were focusing on, what happened. That was exciting. It was way more damage than I could have ever seen coming. I didn't think they were going to focus Poseidon, but they did. The nuke dropped. He was gone. Strong showing for AJ as MVP. Right now, the current. Right now, as far as I know, the current suggestions for MVP, at least through here in Twitch chat, has been AJ and definitely Amber. Those have been the ones that stood out to me. We're gonna get if you can send your suggestions to Learchie in game. Honestly, I don't think we even need to vote. Strongly enough. Since there should be only so many votes happening to there's a lot of votes, because like I said, submit your MVP choices to Learchie in game or on Discord. But right now there's a strong showing for a number of people, and it seems to be very one-sided. So make sure to get your votes in. We might have a 3-way vote, but it seems that AJ is the front runner. AJ is definitely the front runner, but it could be anyone's game depending on your votes and the votes of everyone currently here participating in the tournament. But right now, there's a lot of discussions hopefully happening about how they're going to move forward. But it seems to be like that was a very, very huge nuke. Do they have that potential? Is that just cooldown potential? What happened? is Mossy Posse going to come back with a rethought strategy? Are Thundercleave just going to absolutely thunder collect the Mossy Posse and get a nice clean sweep, or we're going to get a nice series? Because if so, then we're going to definitely take a closer look at the next tournament to see who can take down the nuke potential of Thundercleave. But let's see. We have less than 30 seconds. Should be starting up here in any moment. But yeah, send your MVP considerations to Learchie. As we start this 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we go. So again, we have the Mossy Posse coming in a little more aggressive. They're coming in. Mossy with a charge, and AJ and Mossy just slapping each other in the center. AJ focusing more on Mossy than the other way around. But I want to definitely have a focus over here on Poseidon. I don't want to see him get absolutely demolished again. But Mossy goes down. It seems like the focus was way too strong. Poseidon was maybe way too out of range and scared of the potential nuke that he wasn't close enough to actually keep Mossy alive. I don't know if that was a miscommunication on their part. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but Stig is going down right now. Poseidon, unless they're going to keep fighting, we're going to see if this is enough. I just don't think it's enough when you have Raz with the the free cast healing with absolutely no pressure on them at all. It's going to be a war of attrition, and Poseidon just doesn't have the mana. I don't believe to out heal that much damage. And so round 2 right there is going to go to Thundercleave and a very strong showing. But wow, absolutely devastating as far as strategy. Was it a miscommunication in terms of how far away they were? Because Poseidon was very out of place. It felt like Poseidon was very out of place, which is usually been their strategy. Poseidon will sit back and cast heals, but with Thundercleave, it feels like Desh and AJ's threat is so strong that he was playing way too safe, and Mossy went way too deep, and it allowed for Mossy to just get absolutely demolished when they turned around to pop their cooldown background. But what an absolutely clean fight from them. We'll see if they get the clean 3-0, or we're gonna get a map 4 if the Mossy Posse can regroup and really rethink their entire strategy on how they approach this. Is Mossy getting too aggressive? Is too far forward? Is Poss just playing too safe? Is the cooldown usage just not there? Sims vote for Amber. Wow. Providing a valuable service. Also, thanks, Huff. I'm looking. I'm trying. I try to dress nicely. I don't want to, be a bum. I want to take this. Like I said earlier, I'm wearing makeup. I do the whole 9 yards. Like I make sure that this is absolutely a professional showing for people. I want them to have a great time. I want them to enjoy themselves, and you gotta look good. You gotta make sure to be, let people know. Getting more. You don't want to look sloppy. That's the thing. You don't want to look sloppy. But let's go VTuber it next time, Kim. Oh, I mean, then I could just be anybody, right? Like watch a Gundam give this commentary. That'd be amazing. But yeah, let's not do that. But right now, it seems that it's going to be a good rig. It seems like we need to see what happens here in this next round. Will Mossy Posse get their heads together and figure out what the next one is? Is that the same jacket from Beetlejuice? Thank you, Zix, for taking care of that. I don't know. I don't remember. Was there which jacket are we talking about? We're at. I got the 60-second marker. Let's see. Oh my goodness. 30 seconds. Google Beetlejuice Tux. I'll do that after this, but I'll look that up. No. You'll see what I'm just swapping the camera right here because we're not in the fight just yet. Give it a second, huh? But we're heading into the third round. Can Mossy Posse turn it around, or will Thundercleave clean sweep this tournament? And here we go. We're gonna see. Mossy is not gonna go in as aggressively first. AJ's going in first. They're gonna focus AJ. I don't know. Last time another team tried to focus AJ, there was just too much armor, too much healing to really get him down with enough success. It seems like Paz is staying in range with everything going on, but AJ is now focused on Paz, while Deshmi is getting focused on by Mossy and Stig. But Paz goes down. The absolute demolishing of Poseidon. The absolute damage, just taking out the healers and making this a very one-sided fight. That's impressive. Like Desh goes down, meaning there's a 2v2, but we'll see if one with a healer, one with not, it's going to be a war of attrition if they can even make it through, because that's just Roz is out of mana. We can see if they can focus Roz down. If we can get Mossy to come back, if they can get Roz down, but Stig goes down, and that's just not enough. Mossy spent too much time out. It's just not enough to affect the fight. Especially with they could have focused Roz down. He's out of mana. It just wasn't enough. They focused Stig. He went down. That's going to be most likely round 3 with Desh and AJ just doing insane amounts of damage. What a fight. Fighting the one shot, you just can't do it. That was an absolute fantastic showing of the tournament. But now we're going to have a discussion with our winners, Thundercleave, and we're gonna have a vote. We're gonna have a poll here to see who is the MVP. If you want to cast your votes, get yourself heard. We're counting the votes in game. We're gonna count the votes here on the stream. Hopefully, let's see. Let me just open this up. Why didn't I have this open? What names are up for MVP? Yeah, we're gonna get that poll going. If you guys want to vote, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, if you want to vote for Amber, Amber's gonna be a choice there. Create new poll. Let's see. We have AJ. Team Joski versus Joski's kids. So right now we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have an interview with the winning team with Thundercleave. We're gonna get some names here. 1 second. I know that AJ is gonna be definitely one of them. I know Amber is gonna be one of them. Or unless it was just so overwhelming, we'll see here in a second. I currently have the Discord muted, guys, so give me 1 second while I set this up. Or first, let's go to the bracket update while I got the names. And Thundercleave has won the tournament. Mossy claiming the second place. Absolutely monstrous showing overall. I might not have the poll for the stream. Interesting, unfortunate. I guess Learchie's gonna figure that one out. But there's a lot of people who voted for. Oh wait, here it is. It's gonna be okay. It's going to be AJ versus Amber. Let's go. All right, and so hang on. Let me. That's not right. No, let it go. There you go. Got a couple minutes, and there you go. Now we're gonna have an interview with the winning team, Thundercleave. Here in the call, we have AJ, MVP candidate, Deshmi, and just Doomros on here, but that's not who you played as.
Raz.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, you're Raz.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Way to have the wrong name, sir.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. But hey guys, how are you guys feeling? You guys just won the first Horde side server tournament. How you guys feeling?
Feeling sweaty.
So sweaty.
I mean, you guys seem to have put quite a bit of thought into it. There was a lot of solid matches. You guys had the longest fight because you guys had one of the early rounds. So you guys from the very beginning had way more fights to get to this spot. Like, so congratulations on that. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, we were super worried. I think for sure. I mean, teams we were going up against were super
First
stacked.
couple ones were rough on us. Yeah.
What do you think will give yourself the edge?
AJ.
Oh, definitely AJ there. Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying
AJ.
Dash. See that lightning?
I mean, sometimes some matches getting basically insta jib on somebody's good, but the control that AJ's DPS put.
Let me hang on. Let me redo this poll real quick. It seems to have not been up long enough. So let's figure this out so people can vote because people are going to be voting on that new poll. Let's try it again. Tourney, MVP, AJ, Amber, and it was only lasted a minute. I'm going to put it up for 10 minutes. There you go. Now you can vote. There you go. All right, again. So everyone who voted before, vote again, please. We're gonna keep that poll up for a solid 10 minutes. Yeah, it was up way too fast. It was gone way too fast. Sorry about that. All right. So to go back to those questions, which team do you feel was the toughest competition in this tournament that you guys faced?
Oh, the Sweatlord team.
I
With
think
Jersey,
getting over that
Vidoku,
High
and
Warlord
Rico.
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which team was that?
The double High Warlord team with Madoku, Drosky, and Rico Bus.
Enrico We Trust. That's who you
we
fought.
trust. That's the one.
Okay. I mean, they did give you a run for your money there, taking it to round 3.
Even that first match, I was so worried. I got sapped right off the bat, and I thought that was it.
Yeah, we were our kind of strategy going into that was we can't get sapped or we pretty much lose. And so when it went off, we were thinking we were just going to drop the game, but we ended up pulling it off. So
Do you think that would have been they were the gatekeepers for this tournament for you?
I think so. Yeah.
they were definitely the biggest challenge, at least in our bracket, that we were thinking about as an early competitor to help us get to the tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Not knowing who we were going to go up to next definitely is it's rough when you're coming up against two guys that are in full, basically decked out gear.
I mean, gear plays a factor, but I feel like your strategy was definitely very strong in how you guys utilize your different utilities and cooldowns. Which again, it was very impressive. You absolutely made people explode in some of the matches.
Spell batching, man.
That
Elemental
was our hope with the Elemental Mastery and Power Infusion, yeah.
Right, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Basically, when you're going to drop basically 4K instantly on somebody, unless they resist, that's going to do damage to anybody.
Yeah, no doubt.
Especially Classic. I mean, there's not a lot of people with, running around with over 5K hit points in general. So when you can rip that much off them immediately, then pretty much game over.
Makes sense. Did you guys have any special prep, like thinking about it going in prior to the tournament?
Not really.
Yeah,
We
we really
played, like,
didn't do
what,
much
two matches?
practice.
Played
We
2
did a
matches
couple
of
BGs
PvP
today.
today.
Yeah.
Well,
Other
I mean,
than
I
that-
mean, like you guys were you guys like a team in the previous relapse tournaments?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Not even just kind of messing around casually. I think we just thought it would be a good idea, us three as a trio, with how we ran our specs, and guess it worked out in our favor.
It definitely did. Here's a question: what do you guys think about the team branding that got made for you?
Oh, that's rad, dude.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, definitely had a wonderful graphics team working on that, and they love to hear that their work is appreciated, and it is for me. But I want to make sure you guys liked it because the theming just made sense. Thundercleave just sounds like a good brand name. Like I feel like it worked.
Should trademark it, yeah.
It was well, so it's. I mean, I played a lot of WoW, like vanilla and stuff, and really got into Arena when it first started, and was running Priest, Mage, Rogue, and that was pretty much the comp. Like that was all it was in BC, until they started doing weird cleave specs, and I was looking around to see, what was up with that, and actually, Thundercleave was a spec that was a warrior, priest, and elemental shaman.
Oh, so it's just a solid PvP team name.
Yeah, for sure. I like it.
Okay, so you guys going to be excited for the next tournament? Hopefully, reclaim and hold down to that title.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, it's good because I'm hoping that other people have watched it and get a little red in their eyes, thinking that they could take down the champs.
Hey, they can try.
Yeah, give us a run for money.
Yeah, we may see a couple more cleave teams next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
might
people might consider that, yeah.
another spec. For,
Well, I just love it.
Priest doing power
Elemental
infusion, yeah.
Shaman is such a bursty spec, and I was surprised that you don't see a lot more of that, especially just in regular Classic, where you can just rip somebody down so fast.
It's definitely a unique thing for how Classic operates.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thanks, guys. I'm glad that you took it off for Relapse. Get that guild pride. Get your pride in your team. I hope to see you guys next tournament, and I hope more people also get to join in and give you guys a run for your money and see how much you can hold on to that.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
very
Thanks,
much.
Jim.
And thanks
And
for
hey,
streaming this and everything.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Thanks for covering everything. Excellent
Of
job.
course.
Big
You guys
shout out
hopefully.
to,
It's been great.
a shout out to Learchie and Greyjaw for putting this together. Like this has gone super smooth, and I know those two put in a lot of work putting the rules together and getting everybody riled up and everything. So huge shout out to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Also, thank you guys for competing and providing quality fights throughout the entire tournament. And hopefully, this gets everyone's excitement up, and we can keep it going.
Awesome, dude. Thanks so much.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. See you next time, and congratulations. GG's.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Let's see. We're ending the poll. Apparently, according here, we have Amber with 17 votes and AJ with 13 votes. It was pretty close, but let's see if it reflects with the votes that Learchie was getting. But we're gonna see what ends up happening. But yeah, so far, so the according to the Twitch poll right now, we have Amber getting the MVP. But if there's any other votes that might come out through from Learchie, that'll be the determination. So we're gonna see what ends up happening with that. Good job, Cam. Look forward to watching the VOD. Yeah, especially all the people who competed who didn't have a chance to watch. I hope you guys can watch it. I'm gonna have this uploaded on YouTube. We're gonna see what Learchie has for us here in a second. But first place was an all relapse team. Second place was an all toxic team. Third place is another all relapse team. We have a number of we have a number of servers here who have were part of the competition. We'll see if they can muster up a strong PvP team to knock down and spread it out just a little bit more. We're hoping to hit at least another clean bracket, which is about 16 teams next time. So if you have any interest in PvP, have been getting gear for PvP for BGs and want to like transfer that around, we'll look forward to that. There's also talk of other events throughout the month that we'll see if we can get it set up. But did I'm gonna ask Learchie. But overall, it was a very great stream. Amber is decidedly the MVP. Thank you for all the res work you did. You kept everyone alive and the matches moving flowingly, and I appreciate all of you stopping by and stuff, and it was really nice. Of course, I'm gonna host a stream every single chance I get. It's super fun. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the host, the follows, the bits, and the subs. It's all super appreciated. We'll see you at the next tournament. See you in Disc Bud. Yeah. See you next time, and grats Amber for MVP. Grats everyone. GG's everyone for competing. I can't wait to see what happens next time. But until then, thanks everybody.